And here he is, Gordon Keefe.
Well, let's see. Hey, speaking of weather that you acknowledged there, we're having a little bit of rain.
Uh-huh.
It's
supposed to rain all day.
Almost saw a bad accident involving one of your favorite vehicles of all time.
What's that?
The Prevost bus.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I was on a highway of my choosing.
This morning?
Yes, this morning. And there was a Prevost bus in front of me, which is a really nice, Class A bus. It's a huge, $1 million bus. And it was riding in front of me, and we were getting onto another highway of both of our choosings. And entering this highway, we're on a decline, right? So It's one of those that you go up and then you come back down as you're getting onto another highway.
Okay. One
of the very confusing roller coastery methods of construction that we use here in North Texas.
We have some pretty wild ramps here in the Metroplex.
We do. And this bus weighs a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. It's going downhill, and it's raining. And as we're emptying onto this new highway, driving in front of us, in front of the bus, which is in front of me, is this little, small, tiny car. And I think it's having issues.
Is it a smart car?
It was almost smart car-y. Mm-hmm. Not quite that small, but pretty dang small. And it is going so slow, and this bus is bearing down on it. He's obviously got the brakes on. He's trying to slow down and stop as much as he can. But there's this car that's just kind of puttering along right in front of him that we couldn't see until we had turned and made the curve on to get onto this highway. And the bus, from what I could tell, was able to slow down enough and avert and go onto the shoulder enough to avoid this car.
Oh, my gosh.
As the person in the car is just puttering along, and the engine is making the worst sound ever. The car was clearly not in good shape mechanically. And this dang bus almost plowed him over, and because there is a virus that has gone on across America over the past few years.
Tailgating?
It may be Omicron. I'm not sure what the virus is. I just know one of the chief symptoms of the virus is you never look in your rearview mirror. Yeah. And I think that this little car was never aware that their life almost just ended, because what happens in the rearview mirror, you know,
that's what?
Even the poets tell us that we should forget about the past and focus on the bright and wide future. At least the romantic of the poets.
Well, maybe they tried to floor it and there was nothing left.
Could have been. But when you look in there and you just see someone who's just kind of smiling and looking forward,
yeah, they were.
You get the feeling that they aren't really concerned with the fact that there was a huge bus that almost flattened them.
So do you think perhaps the hamster was ill this morning?
The one that was, yes.
Yes,
one of the hamsters. I think it was a 2-hamster engine, and one of them was gone. Yeah, have you noticed that people just don't look in the rearview mirror?
I guess I haven't. I assume they're not because, sometimes it feels like they have no idea what's going on.
Everyone that I ride with, I always look over and I watch their eyes. And I will watch them looking forward for 5-6 minutes at a time before they ever glance in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Like they're never, you should be doing it, once every 8 seconds maybe? At least cutting around. You're trying to get your 360 view at all times.
Yeah.
And they're just never checking out what's behind them because that world has not been rendered in their mind.
Gordon, you can't get your 360 view if you're texting.
That's true. People text and they TikTok when they're driving.
Right. Of the 30 seconds, they spend 25 getting a 360 view of their phone.
Right.
Now, are you sure that you and the bus weren't tailgating this little junk?
No, we're not even. The thing was not really in view by the time we're entering a ramp and going up over a ramp, and then when we're dumping out onto the highway is when all of a sudden you see this thing, and it is slowing down without the benefit of brake lights. So I don't know whether it's slowing down due to mechanical trouble or friction, but
death of the hamster. But
yes, we weren't tailgating it. It was just, and you know, in that case, that person, what can they do? One of the things they could do is, if they're having these troubles, they should be putting on their hazards.
Yeah.
If they're having the engine trouble, to at least let the people behind them know that something is going on, because they were not going the flow of traffic.
You know, to pick up what Giorgio said, it's been a long time since I earned my driver's license. But have drivers...
Weird way of putting it, yes.
Have driver education places in this area begun teaching tailgating?
You mean teaching them to tailgate?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
That's their impatience.
You can race right up to within a length of the car and then swerve into the right or left-hand lane.
Yeah, that's
good driving right there.
I do that.
Yeah, you're talking to... It drives me crazy, too, Norm.
Why does it drive you so crazy?
Because I think it's dangerous, that's why.
Okay. Have I ever hit you?
Has
anyone ever hit you?
Well, then, okay, that's fine. Everyone tailgate today. See how it works out. It's fine.
Hey, I'll take people tailgating if people would just get out of the left lane. That's fine with me. I'll make that trade. Yes, you can tailgate me. Please. As long as you get out of the left lane when people are behind you wanting to use the left lane for passing. Whereas most people are using it for... This is just kind of more of a comfortable lane for me, and I just kind of like getting over here and just kind of thinking about life and things that are going on.
That is a problem.
Hey, there's less cars over there, Gordon.
Over in the left lane?
So there's more time to spend on your phone.
Well, that's what people are doing. Now I've noticed there's more cars over in the left lane. Because a lot of people just get over there and camp, and I'll see 30 cars stacked up in the left lane, and yet no one is in the middle lane or the right lane. Like, those people that are back behind the car have even tuned out so much that they are not even passing them over on the right or left. I mean, over on the right or far right.
Yeah. It is a problem. There's no doubt about it.
But
we can also do better.
You need to get back to me. Yes, go ahead.
I'm not,
please. No, please. Yes.
You're the one that claimed it. I'm just saying tailgaters. I didn't say you were one.
But there's what?
I'm with Norm. There's way too many of them, and I think it's really dangerous, and I would love to know
Is that
the
your
stats.
biggest pet peeve is tailgating?
Yeah, it really is, because I think it's extremely dangerous, and especially the move where the one that really ticks me off is when they are already on your ass, and then they pass you, and there can't be more than a half a foot distance between their right front bumper and your left rear bumper. And they just zoom past you, and then they just cut right in. And
you know what?
That really ticks me off.
In that situation, who's in the biggest trouble, George? You are. When you get clipped from behind.
Yeah, but he's talking about in the front. He's saying that he's risking pit maneuvering them because they're cutting back in front of him.
But I'll almost say the original maneuver, I think, ticks me off even more.
Okay, I got you.
Because it's like, it's not enough for you to tailgate me, but let's see how close we can get to the rear bumper as I pass you and act like I'm probably the coolest guy on earth. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a NASCAR driver.
Are they passing you on the right or left here?
Usually, either way. I've seen it both ways. I would say majority of the time they go to my left.
And then,
so there's a left lane that is open.
Yeah.
And they are just not choosing that lane, just with a wide open lane.
Well, eventually they do, but they have to tailgate me first. They have to make it known that.
Then I guess they're tuning out and seeing that there's a wide open left lane, but they don't notice they need to pass someone until they're right on your rear end. Like, that's a person who's not paying attention.
And once they pass you, they then make a point to veer back into your lane.
I think he's saying that they're not getting back into his lane. They're just passing on the left.
No, they do that too.
They get back into your lane.
They do the double.
As though to insult you on how slow you're going because you're only going 68 miles an hour.
Yeah, and then a lot of times there may be another car in the left lane, so they've got to cut over to the right lane and get their qualifying time. And I understand that. We're all trying to
So there is a
qualify
camper in the left lane in this case, too.
Blinkers optional.
It may you call them campers. I call them people that could be going 75 or 80 actually passing a car, but that's not fast enough for...
If they've got people behind them, they need to get over.
Yeah, eventually they... But
right. After they pass their car, they need to get over, not go, well, but there's another car kind of a little bit way up here.
No, I'm talking about...
I'll stay in this lane until I get up there and pass them.
I'm talking about a car that's in the process of passing somebody in the left lane, and they're moving, and they will... Yes, you're right. Once they pass, get over... Let a-hole McGay-hole get in the left lane and go 95.
Absolutely. Always let him get by. So let him get by.
He's got important things to do.
Yes, you want him out of your sphere of influence as soon as possible.
That's right.
Because he's
Let him go 95. He's running late to work. Let's get him there.
Right, or to the hospital.
It's way more important.
Yeah. All these people are driving to the hospital.
I don't think all of them are. I'm just saying that you make up a story in order to... where you can calm your day down. It's the same I do with looking there and think, okay, that may be an old person who's there, so I'll just let that person...
That's great.
Right on by.
It's way more important 2 miles down the road for that person to be 2 cars ahead of you. That's way more important.
It is.
He's gained 2 car lengths.
2 car lengths.
No one pays attention to 1001, 1002 anymore. No one cares about that.
I don't think people even know that rule anymore. I don't think people know the left lane rule. I don't think people know the 1,000, 2,000 rule.
I don't think so.
I also don't think people know that you don't turn on your hazards just because it's raining. That's another weird thing that started. Anyway, let's tell you the quick story of the guy who became a prom king at the age of 60. I don't know if you saw this, Norm, but up there in Oklahoma, a principal tackled a school gunman.
Saw it.
And was shot in the leg while doing so. And now that senior class has honored him by electing him prom king.
That guy, if he wants to teach when he's 104, he'll have a job.
Yet that senior class would be saying, who's this old guy?
Yeah, what's he ever done?
Yeah. Oh, he took one in the leg. It's not like he took it in the torso. They'll find some way to dismiss the tremendously heroic thing that he did.
Yeah, that guy's amazing.
He is amazing, and we were talking about it on the air when it came up during the news that this guy ought to be honored, and I love to see that the students did honor him this way. That's pretty cool, and there's a viral video going around showing him, at the prom, and they've crowning him king and everything and cheering him. So it's a heartwarming moment.
Yes.
We like that. And
hard to dance when you've taken one on the leg.
Yes. That's what happened. That's the story you ought to go with, Norm.
Dancing, though. Looked like he was doing okay.
You ought to tell people that you were shot in the leg, Norm. Saving a whole platoon of child soldiers.
Yes. When I taught, I saved
orphans.
That school and the one down the road.
Yes, you saved 2 schools.
You know what's wild? Is that Norm was a teacher at San Antonio MacArthur while my brothers and sisters were there.
Really?
Yep.
It's like Lost.
But what do you mean, like Lost? I don't understand.
Note,
people, their lives intertwined.
Lost was set in San Antonio?
All right. That's the observation deck at 6:32 on the ticket.
Yes. And we welcome Norm Hitchkus here to Muse in the News.
Well, I just wanted to assure you of something, Gordon.
Yes.
Because we haven't seen each other on air recently. I wanted to assure you, just in case, in case you were wondering, I still have never turned down cocaine.
Okay.
Whoa, okay. All right. A little stat about Norm's life.
Got that cleared up.
He has never turned down cocaine. Okay, let's get people up to date, Norm. And I don't know if you know how Muse in the News works, but we do news stories, and you get to chime in if you have a point that you'd like to make about the news, or if you'd like to editorialize.
I believe I've heard this segment a few times over my career.
Oh, you have? Okay, good. Have you ever had a family member, or perhaps a family pet, that has been attacked by a bobcat?
No.
You have them out where you live, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah, we got some out there.
Good morning.
What's the craziest wildlife you've seen out at your place?
Bobcat, coyotes,
mountain lion.
No, I haven't seen a mountain lion.
They're out there.
I don't think they're out there, but we haven't seen one.
Right. You haven't seen them because they're not out there.
But we have a menagerie We got all sorts of bunnies that live in the backyard that we feed every night.
All sorts of
carrots.
bunnies.
Yeah.
That's good.
How many different species of bunnies?
Well, there's small and large.
Okay, you mean different
like
sizes
Easter
of
bunny
bunnies.
size?
What?
Like Easter bunny size? You have like a...
I'm telling you, some of these ears,
Yeah,
you're talking about they can hear second-story conversation.
Yeah, you have the Eastern cottontail bunny out there, which is kind of a bad design for a bunny, don't you think?
What's
You
wrong?
have a rabbit that can blend in with its tawny fur, but yet it has the cottontail on the end, which makes it easily
Yeah.
identifiable, and you can clearly see it once it moves.
Yeah, just look for the cotton ball.
It's a horrible design for a nervous little animal that is the prey of every predator around.
That's why we have 3 plates at different areas in the backyard. And
You
I'll
feed the
cut up-
bunnies?
Yes, I'll cut up a big cup of carrots, and Mary goes out and leaves them at the bunny pit. Then we get to watch the bunnies eat.
You know that carrots will kill bunnies. Like that's a...
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like they're horrible for rabbits.
So
Really?
what do you
Are you just winding up Norm?
what do you
Winding
recommend?
up.
Okay.
Brussels
Jeez, I never know with
sprouts?
him.
I think I've changed
Sure.
the way I've done
Chocolate.
things in the past 5 years. I don't think
You
you're
should feed them
recognizing
Don't
chocolate.
feed him chocolate, Norm.
Chocolate.
All right. Well,
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to him.
in Frisco, a woman was in her backyard with her little dog named Ariel. You ever known a dog named Ariel?
Nope.
Claudia Asbury is the woman's name, and she had her little 6-pound Yorkshire Terrier. So we're talking about a very small dog. So they're out in the backyard, and she hears her dog barking at another dog. And she goes and looks at her dog and sees that it's on its back, and standing over it is a bobcat.
Oh, man.
I don't think that's the sound of a Yorkshire Terrier.
That's old Gunner.
Oh, here's the fight. We have audio of the fight.
Man, bobcats do sound evil.
They don't sound as evil as mountain lions. You ever heard
Yes.
mountain lions?
Yeah.
See if you can find
You
mountain
played us that
lion.
tape that one
Look up
time.
mountain lion witch or something like that. This is what people used to think, that there were witches back in the woods, back in the old holler
Yeah.
in the old days. And they'd hear all kinds of screaming going on at night, and it was really mountain lions, but they make this crazy human-like screaming sound.
Or
We
we'll find
we
it.
will continue to carry on right now, and a lot that goes on. Anyway, so home surveillance footage.
Fine segue, Gordon.
Yes, thank you. I covered over it smoothly. No one even noticed.
Nope.
Home surveillance footage caught this attack, and the dog did suffer some injuries, but survived the attack. The woman said she grabbed the closest thing that she could throw at the fence where the bobcat was over there with the dog, and it was a puff bag. What is that?
What's that?
I don't know.
That's what Norm used to use back in the 60s, I think.
What's that?
Puff bag.
What's a puff bag? Is that a
You
different...
use your imagination.
It's like the 60s term for a condom or something?
No. Gosh. I'm sorry.
Well,
Norm.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Gordon's mind has a way of going there, doesn't it, George?
Yeah. Every segment.
You used condoms in the 60s, didn't you, Norm?
They're using condoms right now somewhere.
Want that put on a T-shirt. That's a very, very wise saying. They're using condoms somewhere right now.
Facts.
But yes, I mean, they had condoms in the 60s, right?
Sure.
You used quite a few.
All right. You are not
I'm
going
just,
to interrogate
it's a public
Norm,
service. No, it's
who
a public
came in here
service.
to help us out.
It's important medical
no, it's
information.
not. Leave Norm alone.
Okay.
Never, George. You know this.
Norm's coming off a tough accident, and you're going to put him on the stand
At
and ask him
Haskell in
about
75?
Yeah. Yeah.
that
That
whole-
bus hit that little car eventually.
Anyway, the dog suffered 3 deep wounds to her neck and another to her stomach. All 3 wounds that required stitches.
Bobcat
But
went right for the neck.
yes, but the little dog is going to recover.
Ariel seems to be the perfect name for a quarterback's dog.
Hold on. I just need a moment. What was just said? What is a quarterback dog?
A quarterback's dog. Like if Dak Prescott had a dog, Ariel would seem to be a very nice
attack,
name.
But what if it's a man dog?
You can call a man Ariel.
Police have seized a massive batch of narcotics.
Where?
At a sexual encounter center.
What is that?
Norm's writing down the address right now.
What?
It was a business in the 2500 block of Manana Drive, and the business is called Spacey Studios. That's kind of a disturbing name.
Ooh, is that the one Kevin Spacey opened?
Yeah, it's right next to the Weinstein parlor. So, yeah, I don't know what that's all about. But, yes, it's a sexual encounter center.
I didn't know
I've never heard of that term before.
That's what's listed. That's if you look it up online. It's
I don't know that they advertise in the yellow pages as that, but that's what the cops are calling it.
Okay.
So that's the 2020's version of a whorehouse?
Wow, Norm.
Whoa, jeez,
No, I'm
Norm.
just...
Man, the effect you're having on
Sexual
Norm.
encounter center, I mean...
Look at him. He's appealing to the audience over here. We have some in-studio audience members.
Yeah. Got our buddy Dave Johnson in studio this morning.
But anyway, so I don't know what did you say? What was the term you used? Something house.
Don't make him say it again.
No, you heard it, Gordon.
I really didn't.
Yes, you did.
Patrons paid a $3,500 cover fee to enter the warehouse.
Ooh. Wouldn't it be an uncover fee?
Okay.
He's got $1 million.
Hello.
That is a quality Norm joke.
Hello.
It's top tier Norm.
I still crack Norm jokes from time to time.
He
by
does.
The way. Just
George loves
you.
Norm humor.
Yeah.
To engage in sexual contact. They paid the cover charge or the uncover charge, and they go in and do stuff with their privates, with other people's privates. But authorities detained 48 individuals, recovered 11,000 grams of THC hash oil.
Whoa.
671 grams of psilocybin mushrooms, and 227 grams of marijuana. Along with $11,000 in cash, computers, hard drives, and a cargo van that investigators believe was used in the production of pornography. What do you think about that, Norm?
I'm especially interested in the hard drives.
That's great. Have you ever made porn in a van?
No.
Not in a van.
No.
Have you ever turned down an offer to make pornography in a van?
Never.
Don't answer that.
He's never turned down an offer.
I feel like I'm Norm's lawyer this morning. Don't answer that. Don't pay attention.
We've had
to
another near miss for airlines.
Yeah.
2 Southwest Airlines planes had to take evasive action to avoid colliding with one another in Nashville. This happened in mid-air, and the planes may have gotten as close as under 500 feet.
That's close.
Yes, very close.
Whoa.
And the air traffic controller had directed them into these paths that had the mid-air collision being a natural byproduct of it, and it was only the onboard warning systems from the pilots that caused the pilots to take evasive action.
Oh, man.
How scary is that?
You know, I've got a question about the evasive action. Mm-hmm. I mean, suddenly a beeper goes off.
Right. You got to hit the brakes immediately.
Hey, which way do you turn, though?
Huh?
If you're taking evasive action, if you turn left...
Are you saying what if they both go the same way?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to get by someone in a narrow hallway, and y'all just keep mirroring each other, and it
just did with
becomes
Gordo.
a whole Marx Brothers routine.
Gordo was just shadow walking me when I was trying to get to the kitchen a moment ago.
Shadow walking you? What is that?
Don't act like you don't know what's going on.
I only do that on the weekends.
What day's that?
Shadow Day.
Oh, I thought you meant you act like you don't know what's going on a weekend.
Norm, we just gave you a quality Norm joke, and you didn't even listen to it.
All
right. Should students have their bathroom activities monitored at school? Like if you request the hall pass to go to the bathroom, should they put you on a timer?
Yeah, because kids will take that pass and take advantage of it and come back 30 minutes later.
Oh, I thought you meant they were being filmed.
What?
You said video monitored.
Whoa. No, not video monitored.
Okay.
This is a district, I think this is in Colorado. They've started using this digital hall pass system that apparently other districts are using as well. And it restricts the time that the students can spend in the restroom, and I guess tracks their movements throughout the school, make sure they go to the restroom, and immediately puts, I guess, a timer comes up on the teacher's desk or iPad where they can see there's a countdown timer for that student to get back.
How many times did you take advantage of the hall pass and just wander through the school?
I had a professionally made counterfeit hall pass that granted me, it was like the Ring in Lord of the Rings. It granted me all kinds of powers, this hall pass. But the parents of this one student said that this is a violation of this student's rights. And they got a little legal help from their...
Let me restate something.
What?
When you're a student, you really have no right outside of you go to school, sit down, you listen to what they have to say, and you get your ass back home. That's your right.
Is this the way you used to talk when you were in junior high and high school?
No,
when you were the big U2 fan who was all about the rights of the young.
No, that's how my dad talked to me.
Yeah, and so now you're talking like that, even though you disagreed with it back then.
Dad was right about a lot of things.
Oh, jeez.
These smart aleck kids who think they need a lawyer to go to the bathroom.
And perhaps you're against these people's church that helped them out in this legal fight.
Shut the
Careful about dragging religion into something that's happening in the world these days.
What? Religion getting dragged into things?
Yes.
I think it's been happening for a while, Norm, to be quite honest.
Are we supposed to have a separation from the church and public education?
This is what you believe, is that we should not mix church and state. No 10 Commandments in the classrooms or outside courthouses.
I thought that was the idea, yeah.
Is that what you agree with, though?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, then maybe you'll support this church's legal efforts to help the student. It was the Satanic Temple helped out this family because they are members.
You're trying to get me on their side. I just said I was against them interfering with this.
They helped this because they said it was a violation of some of their satanic tenets.
Blah, 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 blah.
Look, the kids go to school. You're giving them a fair hearing if your response is blah, 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 blah.
If he wants to go wee, let him go wee, but he's got to be back in 5 minutes.
She.
Not
every student is male, George.
I just figured it was a dude trying to take advantage of the hall pass like you used to.
Wait, how am I getting dragged into this?
Oh, because you just said that you manufactured your own hall pass.
Yes, but I didn't do it in conjunction with the Satanic Temple.
You may have.
I did it in conjunction with Norm's church, the United Methodist.
That's my church.
Oh, sorry. I don't even know Norm's church. What is your church, Norm? Or have you? Oh, that's right. You disavowed religion.
No,
I forgot about this.
I didn't disavow religion. By the way,
leave Norm alone.
In heaven or hell, will you have to go to the bathroom?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I wish we knew.
George says he doesn't think so.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
You?
Unless you go to hell.
That's all it is bathroom in hell, right? You just have constant loose bowels.
Yeah.
And you're just constantly, whatever conversation you're in hell, you're constantly going, hey, could you just time out for just a second? I just got to run real quick.
All right. We'll play that. Oh, gosh, we need birthdays.
We sure do. Iggy Pop is 79, Norm.
Good.
Uh-oh. You should know
you were
Iggy
in
Pop.
Touch with Iggy Pop back in the day, weren't you?
He was popular in the 60s.
That's not a
Norm
name
Bailey
I'm very familiar with.
The 60s, I guess.
Okay. Tony Danza, 75. Yes. You know him, right?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that famous
From
Elton
Taxi.
John song?
From Taxi.
75. Andy McDowell is 68. Giorgio loves...
Happy birthday.
Some Andy McDowell.
You bet.
Is she the one who's a great archer?
No, that's Gina Davis.
Okay. Robert Smith, 67.
Fake name.
Big day for you.
Fake name.
Yes, it's a big day for me. The lead singer of The Cure.
I was a big Cure
primary
fan.
songwriter for The Cure.
Not the running back from the Vikings?
No.
Not that Robert Smith. No.
And Robert Smith, Ticket's Own. He came up to the studios one time. He wasn't on the air, but he was walking
Did he really?
through.
When was that?
It was probably around the year 2001.
Isn't he like 6'8" or something crazy?
George
He's pretty tall, isn't he?
Gordon shadow tracked him.
He was 6 foot.
No, I didn't.
9.
I didn't
6'9",
walk right
he
behind
says.
him. Rob Riggle is 56. That's the one that Junior thinks is not funny, or you think he's not funny?
Yeah.
You don't think he's funny.
Not really, but happy birthday. I hope it goes well.
Ed Belfour, 61.
Wow.
Hockey?
Greatness, a goalie that you wronged.
I didn't wrong him. I went to go see one of his
Somehow
games because you guys said
caused-
he is so great. Just watch him tonight.
Somehow you
and he gave up
caused the
8 goals.
Cough medicine game.
Tony Romo, 46.
Number 9.
His back
Number 9.
His back is 82.
Number 9. Tony up,
And?
man. Jacques Peterson is 34. Jack Leiter is 26.
Okay.
And you're up to date.
Awesome. 7:36 on the ticket. Let's play the name game with Norm next.
Yeah, I've seen that picture too, George.
Okay. Well, it's 7:40 on the ticket. This is The Cure, Norm. Has Norm ever listened to a Cure song all the way through?
No, he's heard a Cure song.
Turn it up there, Tyler. What do you think of this? This song's like 40 years old, isn't it? It's an 80s song, isn't it?
You know, the only problem I have with some music is
that women are involved in it.
This isn't you, George. I can understand the songs George sings.
Yeah, they're very simple, kind of like nursery rhymes.
Well, a lot of times when I hear a song, I have to go back and call it up on Mr. Google for the words.
Mr. Google.
All right. Well, we'll talk about what happened last night at the American Airlines Center. The Stars even it up with Minnesota at a game apiece. Daryl Razor Ray joins us here at 7:55. But we are just 2 days away from the NFL draft, and we're so fortunate to have Norm with us this morning. It's time for the return of the name game.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Name game. Shirley, 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 Bo Burley, Bonana, Banana, Bo Furley, Fee, Fine, Mo Merley. Shirley. Lincoln, 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 Bo Bingham, Bo
How did a song like this ever get popular?
I don't know. I was kind of
Because
like
it's great.
It's like Under the Boardwalk. How did that ever get popular?
Because it
Yeah,
was great.
another one. That was pretty good.
Okay. The name game consists of all the people eligible to be drafted.
Okay.
And every year, more than 250 players hear their names called. This year, there'll be 257 picks in all, spread out over 3 days, and you'll hear the draft on the ticket, as we've always done. But while there'll be 257 taken, there are literally thousands of players of various levels of ability whose college eligibility is up, and they can be taken in the draft. And for decades now. Just for fun, I've sorted through these lists. And without further ado, here's the 2026 NFL name game.
Okay.
This year, your team could select a Deary, a Dingle, or a Dunker, a Cheeseboro, a Chestnut, or a Crumply. Take a player named West and pair him with one named Eastern. Want somebody to really run your defense, guys?
Sure.
How about taking Don Corleone?
Really?
He's actually Dante Corleone, a defensive tackle from Cincinnati.
Oh.
Grab a Grizzle, a Gums, and a Goodwine. Goodwine's a defensive tackle from South Carolina. But once you've got Goodwine, select Colorado linebacker Martavius French and Vandy tackle Isaiah Glass, and you'll have drafted a Glass of French good wines. We've got a perfect scenario this year.
Okay.
There are 9 players named Brown as possible choices in this draft. And the Cleveland Browns have exactly 9 picks. The Browns could take all Browns. Next, this is not a dad joke.
No, there's no way.
You could draft Reuben Fathery II, which means his fathery was Mr. Fathery the First. Hello.
Hello.
Gordon,
Yeah.
this is just
I'm here.
for you.
Okay.
In
Thank
this
you.
draft, we have 2 players named Lacey.
Remembering Lacey.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know what song that is.
Okay.
Very confusing to me.
Do you like to wager on games?
I do, yes.
We have the perfect player for you to select. Take a chance on Georgia Southern cornerback Chance Gamble.
Related to
Chance
Oscar, maybe.
Gamble. Select a Holmes and a Watson, but this Watson's not a doctor. Choose a Jados, a Jaddy, and a Jolly, a Pons, a Prunty, and a Prysock, whose parents, by the way, were almost certainly avid Bible readers because they named their son Ephesians Prysock. At some point in the draft, some team will want to talk smack. Florida's Trey Smack, the best place kicker in the draft.
Oh.
Take a Tia, a Trost, a Trotter, and a Tui Halamaka. Draft a silver and a gold day. Make your edge rushers next year young and olds. Missouri's edge rusher Zion Young and Kentucky's Cam Olds. There are 2 whites in this draft.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. I'd steer away from all this, Norm.
But one's
Slow
first
advice.
name really caught my eye. Florida State wide receiver Squirrel White. That's right, Mr. and Mrs. White looked down into the crib at their bouncing baby boy and said, let's name him Squirrel. You can draft a player named World, but unfortunately, there's no player named Peace. So just like in real life, we have no world peace.
Editorial, but
If you like to travel, draft players whose names are destinations. Ames, Austin, Boston, Cleveland, Canada. But Canada doesn't like us much anymore.
once again, editorializing.
Select a Bamba, a Basso, and a Bruckler, a Ball, a Blay, and a Bird. Imagine your favorite team having San Jose defensive tackle Gafafaga. That's Gafafaga.
Be careful there.
Yeah, let's once again, Norm, just be careful.
But he pronounces his name Nufafunga. Don't
Okay.
ask me.
Yeah, we hope Castellanos doesn't step to the plate here.
Yes. Castellanos is in danger of hitting a home run.
The NFL's totally into measurables. So, your team should be in the measurables. Pick a height, a pounds, a large, and a husky. Defensive edge rusher Romello Height from Texas Tech is a tall 6'3". Ole Miss defensive tackle Diego Pounds tips the scale at 325. But Washington State safety Tucker Large is 183 pounds. And Maryland safety Jalen Husky is 196. There's a cop and a law, a lemon and an orange, 2 McCoys, though from the player ratings, only one's the real McCoy.
I knew that was coming. Jeez.
Choose a defensive player named Wall, BYU's Tanner Wall, who's a safety, meaning that he's a back wall.
Okay.
Sure
enough.
There are 7 Johnsons, so a team with a pick in every round
Once again.
could have nothing but Johnson. There's a Muhammad, a Moses, a Priestley, and a Pope, a Manjack, a Maccabee, and a Macafisi. Tongue-tie my friend Brad Sham, the Cowboys' longtime voice, by making him regularly pronounce these new Cowboy players.
Uh-oh.
Davin Diezieno, Tunde Fatakasi,
Oh, no.
Fa'alisi Fa'amoe, and Olava Vega Ioane.
Sounds like head injury Norm in speech therapy.
Like that
here.
bit we had when he was calling out roll.
Looking for a key player? Take Nebraska wide receiver Dane Key. But from the scouting report, he's not a key player. And Michigan edge rusher TJ Guy, he's just another guy.
Oh.
No.
Two last notes. In this draft,
Well, then how are
there
the
are
last notes?
8 Kings available and 1 Conga. So if you took San Jose defensive tackle Niles King and paired him with Louisville defensive tackle Rene Conga,
Yep.
the middle of your defensive line next year could be Ken Conga.
Yeah. Coming around the mountain, when you come.
And finally, I need some help with the pronunciation.
Uh-oh.
I saw the name of an edge rusher from Illinois, a good player, probably a second rounder. His first name is Gabe, and his last name is spelled Jacas. How would you pronounce Jacas? I know my first guess.
What's that?
What?
Well,
Yakus?
Jackus. Gabe Jackus.
he pronounces it Akis
No.
with the J silent. But when I see Gabe and the name on the back of his uniform next year, I'll always remember how I would first pronounce that name.
And that was your last
ladies
note?
and gentlemen,
That's it.
Game for 2026.
Hello.
Oh, look at that. You got 4 hellos, I think, there? Or 5.
Yeah. 4 out of 5 hellos. That's pretty good, Norm. And we may hear that over the weekend in draft
4 out of
coverage.
Oh,
5
that may
hellos.
reappear. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Patreon.com/sportsgreek.
Okay. It is 8:42 on the ticket. So we mentioned the NFL draft just a couple of days away. Norm's going to be a part of the draft coverage. He's in for Junior today. Bob Sturm, David Moore, Donovan, and Matt will be a part of this. It's going to be great. David Newberry, Corby. It's always fun to listen to you guys. And we've had a couple of other draft experts on over the last couple of weeks. I know there's kind of a rivalry between you and this guy, but he wanted to come on and give us his traditional mock draft, maybe go pick for pick with you for the first 3 or so, and then what the Cowboys are going to do. I just want you to be civil to him, Norm, okay? I know you guys have a past, but let's just get along here and talk NFL draft, okay?
It's Ribby, isn't it?
It's Ribby Paultz who joins us from New Jersey. Good morning, Ribby.
Hey there, Giorgio. How you doing there?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I can't believe you have that damn Norm Hitchcock on.
I can't
Oh, come
believe he
on.
has that damn Ribby on.
I tell you what, I'm very upset you're having my competitor Norm Hitchcock on the talk draft when I'm only a phone call to prison away, Giorgio. What are you doing?
We like hearing from a lot of people about the NFL draft. People have different perspectives.
Look, Norm and I have been rivals since about the 1960s. We are both known as the original OGs of the draft.
That is true.
Long before the Mel Kripers and the
Kuiper.
Dane Bruglers, and we were the guys. We were the go-tos.
That's right.
But Ribby and I mean, what's his name?
Norm.
Norm. Norm and I had a big falling out over the big player man. And everybody knows that story. We don't need to go over it, and
Well, I
everybody
don't-
knows the player I'm talking about.
I don't know that story. What player, man?
Ross Verba.
Oh.
Ross Verba. Norm didn't think that Ross Verba was going to go in the NFL draft. I told him that he was. I was right. Norm was wrong, and we fell out over Ross Verba.
You know, Ribby, when we both started doing this, when people looked at your first 4 or 5 drafts, That's where the term mock draft came in.
I don't know what that means, Norm, and I won't dignify with a response.
Okay, that's good. We're just going to go back and forth here. Let's go through the first few picks. Ribby, you want to tell us who's at the top of your board?
I want to know, George, who Norm has as the number one pick.
Oh, you
first.
want Norm to go first. Okay, Norm, who you got going first? That's pretty obvious, right?
Yes, the shortstop Fernando Mendoza.
Okay, that's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. All right? Fernando Mendoza has just completely fallen off my board. He will not go in the first 7 rounds.
He won't even be drafted?
He will not be drafted. He will be an undrafted. He'll be pretty good in the NFL, but he will not be drafted.
So he's going to sign as a free agent, a rookie
Sign as a free agent. You are correct, Giorgio. You and I agree on this one.
Okay, I'm not saying I agree with it.
Okay, now, at the number one pick, there is clearly only one
Who's that?
of the most superior players in this NFL draft have.
Okay.
And my inside sources tell me that the Raiders have only one player on their board, and it is none other than the previously mentioned in your program, Ephesians Prysock.
I don't even think he's in the first 5 rounds, is he, Norm?
No,
He is a good player, man, who is a constant CB from the great state of Washington, but he will be drafted. Hey, look, every young kid in the great state of Washington has one name on their lips, and that is Ephesians Prysock.
So that's who the Raiders take.
Kid there wants to grow up to be an Ephesians Prysock.
Where do you have him going, Norm?
Well, just like his position in the Bible, pretty far back.
All right.
Kids, along with the Raiders, love Ephesians. I suck at Gert's potential. And they love his straight line speed in rushing the linebackers. And they will become a better Raider after they move one of their players from defense to offense, and they get a quarterback in Ephesians Prysock and turn him into a quarterback named Ephesians Prysock.
So he also has a position change for Ephesians Prysock. Okay, so number 2, Norm, who do you have the Jets taking?
I have them taking Arvell Reese from Ohio State.
All the mock drafts seem to have that. What do you have, Ribby?
What a bunch of cow dung that has passed through the digestive tract of a pig.
Who do you have going
At
there?
the number 2, the Jets trade down
Okay.
so that the Cardinals can move up a spot.
Okay.
And the Cardinals need to address one position and one position only, and that is the fact that on their entire current roster, they do not have one person who goes by the name of DeMonte Capehart.
DeMonte Capehart.
DeMonte Capehart is the Clemson man from college football, so they draft him. He's a DT senior from the University of Clemson State A&M. DeMonte Capehart. His nipple-to-taint ratio is off the chart. He's perfect for tackling fellow defensive linemen, and he is an excellent when it comes to the time-honored sport of football. That is what's going to happen.
Arizona trades up to take him. Where's he on your board, Norm?
He's a draftable player. I agree.
But not number 2 overall.
No, probably not number 2 overall.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay, well,
number
the idiot was spoken there. Okay, good. Yeah.
maybe number 2 in the 5th round.
Okay. Maybe that's what Ribby was thinking. Okay, let's get one more of the top 3. So, who do you have at number 3, Norm?
David Bailey. Won't you please come home?
Texas Tech.
Yes.
Okay, that shows that Norm's big schnoz has been upside his own backside doing all his thinking for the past 20 years, because that's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
I don't know, Ribby. That seems to be a pretty popular pick.
No, at the number 3, the Jets, which traded down
With
remember?
Arizona, yep.
Yeah, the Jets from the New York, they are concerned that they are going to be in the draft, and so they decide to take a player man in response to being in the draft.
Okay.
And that player man is none other than Demetrius Crownover from Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Your home state, Giorgio.
That's right. Get him.
Texas A&M. He is an overtime senior.
Offensive tackle?
I don't know. It just says OT. I assume that means overtime. That he specialized in overtime.
Okay, I don't think that means he specializes in extra time in a game.
Yes, he does. And the Jets are expecting a lot of overtime games, so that's why they take
that makes sense.
Demetrius Crown over.
Where's he on your board, Norm?
Let's just say I'm still looking.
Okay. See?
Man, you guys just can't agree on anything.
No.
Okay, how about this?
No, wait. I'll tell you this.
Okay.
Not bad, Ribby.
Thank you.
Not bad. Not bad.
Finally, Norm's got some sense. Not doing.
Other than Mendoza starting for the Berlin Ariels next year, the two guys you picked, Capehart and Crown over,
Yeah.
Ribby.
They're good playmen.
They can play. They can play a little bit, Ribby. You're getting better at this.
All right, number 12, Norm.
Number 12. We got to get to the
Cowboys.
Cowboys picks. Quickly, the Cowboys at number 12. Who do you have, Norm?
I have a prayer that someone slips to them.
Okay, who?
Bain.
Okay. Reuben Bain. Who you got there, Ribby?
The Cowboys pass.
Okay.
The Cowboys do not want to pick at number 12. It's too much pressure.
Well, Ribby, that's the one thing the Cowboys could do last year is pass.
Okay, little sports joke.
No sports joke. What about number 20? If they pass at 12, what do they do at 20?
Yeah, come on, Norm. Tell us what to do at 20.
I have my fingers crossed for the Oregon safety Thieneman.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know about Seaman, Norm, but
No, Thieneman.
the Cowboys at number 20 will team up with themselves to address the football need that the Star has of football, and that they take the one and the only man that they take is Davison Imbignoson.
Oh, that's
Ohio State. He's a CB. He's a senior, and then they take him, and then they package him with Brandon Aubrey, and then they trade them both to the Commanders for Jay Sean Barham, the Michigan man who's into edging, and then the Commanders they trade Aubrey and Davison and Big Nosen for the number 1 overall, and none other than Ephesians Price. He's got excellent scrotal potential. His knee to shoulder ratio is on par with his sternum to ankle posterior. You need to be happy in Dallas, Texas, because you have the number 1 pick overall, and it is Ephesians Price.
All right, Ribby. Well, thanks for confusing us, and thanks for the picks. And
have that Norm Hiskins on him again. You hear me?
yeah, we're never going to do this again. I promise.
Ribby, calm down and go read Ephesians.
He's gone. All right, there goes Ribby. Norm apparently has a bone to pick with me next. All right, well, tomorrow I do believe Tim Kalishaw from the Dallas Morning News is in here for Junior. Thanks to Norm for jumping in today.
I got a problem.
Okay.
I got a problem with
grievance. What's the grievance?
And Deddy and Jeff Catlin.
Okay.
I thought Junior's going to be gone for one day. They asked me, hey, can you come in and do this one day? Junior's going to be gone. And I thought, I'd love that. And then I find out
That's great.
I'm the low man on the totem pole.
Yeah, George said he only wanted you for one day.
I had nothing to do with this. It was a 4-man rotation we decided to go to.
Kalishaw,
But I guess Monty's pitching 2 days.
and Ducey.
Norm, you got to get ready for the NFL draft. You don't want to do morning drive all week and then do the draft.
I now know where I stand with this station.
That's not true. You're a legend here, and we appreciate you coming in.
I am going to guess that they filled Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and said, who the hell can we get on Tuesday?
No, you're coming off an injury. You're on a pitch count. We don't want to give you 3 hours a day.
Let me tell you something.
4 straight days.
Having done this 3 hours this morning, you guys are stealing money.
I don't want to hear from a guy who used to do a 2-hour
guy
show.
who stole money for 4 decades.
There you go, Norm. Tell them what's up.
Oh, yeah,
They're stealing money.
Yeah, tell the guys who did 4.5 hours for 30 years something. Okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah, sure, cool.
Tell them, Norm.
Yeah, sure, cool.
They're stealing money right now.
Yes. DJ tried that the other day and got served on Sunday morning. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys going to stop the 640 replay? I don't know. You think back in the 90s, Alundis Bryce asked Troy if he's going to change the way he does business? Probably not.
Well, that's arrogant.
Who's comparing himself to Troy?
Yeah, my goodness.
I believe I've hit a hot button.
I tell you what.
Well, you
get on
Norm.
the front page of the Dallas Morning News and you lose your mind a little bit.
There's that, too. Turn me the F up. Yeah. Yeah, turn me the F up in there. That's what I'm talking about. Don't mess with me.
That's right.
Jeez.
See, at
How
the
you
end
guys doing today?
at the end of his old shift,
right.
George didn't have nearly this much energy.
No.
That's true.
Where are you?
Making it happen.
The live
I don't know
spot
where
starting there.
Uh-oh. Is this the energy spotting?
No.
Can we listen to that, Norm? I forgot.
Maybe you let this go.
Maybe it didn't sound like
man
Norm
was
was
just starting a campaign and
was
he didn't
padding
have
for
copy
time. I don't
points.
know. Let's listen back and see.
Oh my gosh! Just leave him alone.
We could just.
No, we don't have it. We don't have it anymore.
Just.
Where are you getting your energy? It's a simple question. Where are you getting your energy in this world? Energy is becoming more and more and more of a factor in everybody's world.
Look at that. He
Everybody's world. I'd like to direct you to a new client we have on the station named Choose Energy. Choose Energy is an absolutely fantastic way of getting your energy in this world. Choose Energy allows you to choose the company you want. Choose the company you want to deliver your energy. Choose Energy gives you fantastic choices in the energy area. And it's up to you to simply look at the choices and determine which one is best for you. Choose Energy we'll hear a lot more about in the coming days on our station. Choose Energy as a way to save you money. Choose Energy is the way of the future, enabling you to choose the energy source you want, the one that works best for you, the one that saves you the most energy money. Choose Energy.
One of the greatest performances.
That's better than the Broadway play that I went to this past weekend.
That is
Gordon's reenactment. of it?
Just give
Incredible.
Norm the name of the company, and he'll give you 60 seconds of a live spot.
Gordon, that's all I had was the name of the
Right.
company. Literally. They said, you've got a spot for Choose Energy. And I panicked. I had nothing.
And you still went
did.
15 seconds long.
Man, that
He had
is why
nothing and
Norm-
still went 75 seconds.
Great.
I do like the energy area, though. I don't know where that is,
area.
but man, let me tell you
Energy
something.
area.
If I find a nice 3-2 in the energy area, I'm going to move there.
It's out by Midland, I think, isn't it? Isn't that the energy
That's
area?
an energy area.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the Permian area out there. Oh man! And the Gordo reenactment. He looks like a flight attendant over there.
He does,
with his
right,
hand
right.
signals and everything. Oh gosh! All right, what are you guys doing today on the invasion, Donovan?
We'll
or Matt?
talk a lot of hockey. We'll have Josh with us at 10:55. Josh
Nice.
Bogorod. We'll have Bob with us at 9:30. We'll talk some draft there.
Those guys are so good. I love
Bob?
turning. Yeah, no, well,
Hardline?
Bob, but no, Josh.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Josh and Razor.
Obviously.
So great that the games are still on Victory, so you have that choice to watch them and not
Just
watch the
wonderful.
national dudes.
Who don't
Yeah.
know a thing about Stars hockey and just
Yeah.
make up crap.
So watch
Always
them
listen
last
to
night.
Josh
And it was
and
great.
Razor.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, man. This week in sports history, that's our Tuesday staple at 11:30. So looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Me too.
No signal.
Of course.
Okay.
The signal is always
yeah.
put up.
Yeah.
Now, who'll answer the signal is
That's
always
always
up in the
right.
air.
It's always
So
a
we
mystery.
definitely put it up at 9:55 every Tuesday.
I'll stay, Matt, if you want to take the day off.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
That's an easy trade there. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Norm. We'll listen to
See you,
you.
Giorgio.
NFL
Thank you,
draft
Norm.
coverage starting on Thursday.
See you, Gordo.
Thanks to Baldy. Thanks to Deddy. Thanks to Tip Sheet. And thanks to the great Gordo and Norm Hitchkes.
We don't need to listen to the whole thing. Okay, speed it up. Yep. We need a version that's sped up. Yep. 3 exit.
Well, hello.
Hello, my invasion friends.
Gordon Keith.
Indeed.
What's happening?
Nothing, just reading. That's all I was doing.
What are you reading?
The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumbass.
For your leisure?
Yes. Boy, it's a page turner. That thing.
Uh-oh.
Dropped my keys.
We are,
yeah.
It is.
I have embarked because you know that you have the book bitch in front of you.
The book biatch?
The book bitch is here.
What does that mean?
He's the book bitch.
I like to read, so let's make fun of me.
You called yourself that.
Nothing wrong with that.
So
Kind of, yes.
we have embarked on maybe not getting that title because it feels like he reads a ton, that I've thrown my hat in the game as far as just starting off at the very bottom of the ladder as far as reading goes. We said we're going to read once a quarter.
And you're reading, what are you starting with, the Berenstain Bears?
Okay.
Now, why are you taking shots at him?
What's
He
up
said
with
he was
that?
starting at the very bottom.
Someone told me about a book and I went and bought it. I haven't started it yet,
Okay.
but I have to read it before June. And it's called Black Out Loud, The Revolutionary History of Black Comedy from Vaudeville to 90s Sitcom.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I feel like it's a good place to start my reading
also a
adventure.
Yes.
This is the book for my first quarter.
All right, so where'd you get the recommendation?
Someone tweeted at me and said, "Man, I think you will really enjoy this book." So I was like, "All right, you know what? If we're going to start this, let's start with something that will." I think once I crack it open, it'll be a page turn. I can't put it down.
Yeah.
It's just
So
the
how
fact
far?
that I have to,
how far back does it start on the timeline?
Vaudeville to 90s sitcoms.
Okay, so vaudeville. When was vaudeville heyday? Late 1800s?
Maybe so.
Is that vaudeville, or was it later than that?
2000.
No, I think you're
I
off
think
on that
it's
guess.
Yeah, you're looking way earlier than 2009.
2009.
That's
be-
when it started. It's
was
early
vaudeville days.
1880s until
1880s,
the
okay.
early 1930s.
Okay.
It's the vaudeville era.
Yeah.
So I just have to read page 1 to get started. That's the one thing that's kind of getting me a bit.
You got it.
When
I
was the
believe in you.
last time do you think that you read a full book? Uh-oh.
No, you read the Urkel one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Was that last year?
No.
It wasn't?
That
2
was
years ago.
Maybe a couple. Oh, that's when we've been doing the show,
It was
right?
within the last 3 years.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Urkel, the Urkel one. Is that a Toni Morrison book? What is that?
No, Jaleel White wrote a book about his time as Urkel, and I did read that, and I enjoyed that. But
It was a
that's
good book.
That's a
I
while
read it.
back.
Yeah, it was 2024. It was when it was
Oh,
released.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Now, I
so
would have said
It's pretty
the,
recent.
The Bobby Brown book. I read that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I need to read about someone.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to get back to reading fiction. You know, I think there's been a huge movement, particularly for guys, I think. They read a lot of, if they read at all, they read nonfiction. And so I'm trying to make more of an effort to read fiction because I've been reading nonfiction for the past 25 years, it seems like.
Would you look down upon me if I started reading like the romance novels?
No. I think reading is important, and I think we need to get back to that.
I agree.
I think that it's good for the brain, and I'm interested in
the book
Put
bitch
that
has
on
a friend.
Put that on the T-shirt.
It's
I'll wear
fascinating
that.
to me that Matt reads so much because he shares the same malady that I do, which is that ADHD brain.
Yeah.
And I think for our brains in particular, it's very good to sit and get immersed in a book as opposed to something on the computer. I think reading on your computer, and you may be reading this book on your computer, which to me, I can't do that because that's like reading with a book propped up in front of a slot machine of attention grabbing.
Yeah, I read on my iPad on the Kindle app, but that's all I do on that iPad. Like, I don't view it as useful for
You don't use it
anything
as an
else.
iPad. You
Right.
use it as
I
an
use it
e-reader.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes.
So and this is what I mainly read on is a Kindle, which is an e-reader. Because if I have a distraction machine in front of me, I will start, okay, well, there's a notification, there's a text notification. I got to go over there and check what that is. Maybe it's probably nothing. So I've got to have a dedicated e-reader, or the old physical book?
I would much prefer the physical book because, if there's any electronic equipment and I see a notification, I'm out.
I did too, but
I need to make this move in this domino game.
Okay, is this weird that I don't have any notifications on my phone other than text message notifications?
That's
like I have some friends
to tell you.
That's the way to go.
I have some friends that they let their apps also notify them. So they'll get stuff for Instagram, they'll get Twitter notifications, they'll get all that kind of stuff. I don't see how they live.
I have way too many.
It's a lot.
Really?
I have way too many that tells me I got a message or an email or it's time to make my move on this game or something like that. And I'm
I can't
easily
do that.
distracted. Because especially if I'm losing that domino game and I see a move, we need to play with that one and see if I can turn this thing around.
Okay, so when was the last nonfiction that you read? You've read a couple biographies lately.
Yes, I don't know. It's been
what about you, Matt?
Time.
Have you done nonfiction in the past few years?
Yes, I read.
I mean, fiction in the last few years.
Yeah, I have some characters that I like quite a bit that I will read whenever the new books come out for that, and then I try to find
what characters.
So Michael Connolly has a now retired LAPD detective, Harry Bosch, that they made the TV show out of, and he's got like 30 books in that series, and I've read them all. So anything in the Bosch world that comes out, I read. Jack Reacher, I like that world a lot. So they got another one coming out later this year. Orphan X, like a lot of the badass assassin stuff. Mm-hmm. Orphan X is a assassin, and I think there's 13 books. One just came out this year that I read. And right now I'm reading one called Food Fix, Inside the Food Industry's Biggest Cover-Ups, which is nonfiction, of course. And prior to that, I read a nonfiction one that was about longevity and stuff. I read a lot of longevity and aging books and things about food for nonfiction. I read that one that Craig talked about at the end of last year, the 1929 stock market crash that set up modern banking and all that. That was fascinating. So I just read random stuff that I feel like I'm interested in, and I'll go. This is probably odd, but I'll go to an actual bookstore and peruse what's new and then add it to my list and then order it on Kindle.
Well, I 100% support Book Bitch.
Do you have to?
I think this is awesome.
Do you have to finish
I read every
book?
single day.
Yeah.
For at least half an hour.
Can you have like 2 or 3 going at once, or do you have to finish one and then start a new one?
In the past, I've had, up to 5 books going at once. Back when I was a really, I read a lot in my 20s for sure. And then now I'm having to do this as I'm getting back into reading and trying to really practice the habit of reading. I just have one that I'm focusing on.
That's all I can do.
If I get a few going, because I've had this happen before, like I'm frustrated now because, I started Brothers Karamazov and got, I don't know, a ways into it, 10% into it, let's say, and then put it down, and then now I've got to pick it up and then reread all the first part because I've forgotten it, and that frustrates me. So I'm really having to keep a tight hold of the reins of just one book and make sure I don't let it go stale.
So like a movie, if there's a book that you get 5 chapters into it and you're just not feeling it, can you just toss it and say, I'm done?
I think you can.
Yeah. Or do you power it? Because
I'll abandon books. Okay. I think that
it happens sometimes.
I don't know what the threshold is. Some people say 40 pages. Some people say, a few chapters or whichever comes first. And I do think it is kind of up to the writer to grab you during that time. Now, there are other ones that you have to apply a little bit of grace towards, particularly when they're an old classic that you know that they're paced a little bit differently, but you've read enough reviews to know that this book gets really good.
Right.
If you just get past the so-and-so mark, I will stay with something a little bit longer that I know has that promise to it. The same with like The Wire. I mean, The Wire was one of the best TV series I ever watched, but the first 5 episodes or so of that, I just remember going, God, this is paint dry to me. But then it hit this critical point where all that paint drying was part of the immersive experience, and then I was hooked to it.
With the attention spans the way that they are right now, I think as an artist, if you're doing a concert or if you have a movie, you need something at the very beginning to grab, and then you can do whatever you want in the middle, and then you come to that conclusion that will hold everyone.
Do you find yourself ever having a hard time stop reading?
Oh yeah, that's what I love. That's what I love about reading is when you get a book that it gets to where you can't wait to get away from your friends or from whatever exciting thing that's going on.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh man, I cannot wait till I can get back to that couch and get back into this book, because you're so into that world.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think reading can do
I love that.
more than anything else, is immerse you into a world, because you have this, depending on how it's written, right, this God's-like view of the interiors and the exteriors of people and things and occasions. And it's just, it's the only medium that can do that.
It's
and
wild.
it's the only medium that the visuals are perfectly tailored to you, because you're the one that creates them. You know, so a book is an incredible piece of magic, a piece of portable magic that can transcend centuries and personalities. And think about an author that wrote something 200, 300 years ago, and he can whisper in your ear as you lay on your couch. That is just it's unparalleled magic that we have in this world that books provide us. And I just think
sounds a little creepy to me if someone's whispering in my ear as I'm reading. I'm getting the hell out of
No, but that is
hell out of the
that's
room.
why I love these series like Harry Bosch to me, because there's so many books that I started reading those books 20 some odd years ago, and he probably comes out with a new one once a year now, and you get to follow. Like, I feel like I know him. Like, I know his life.
right.
I know his family. I know people that have passed in his life. And I know that if he decides at some point, and I can tell it's coming like in the last couple of books, that, you know, he's aged this guy from being a grade 1 detective at LAPD through his career, through retirement, and now he's helping out. And it's like, man, he's going to die at some point in these books. And I will
it's going to kill you, right?
I will be,
yeah.
it will hurt. It'll be like somebody that I've known and spent hours and hours of my life in their life that no longer will exist for me. And it's hard to explain if you don't read, but it's extremely gripping.
That's like a movie. If you're watching a movie and something sad happens and you cry.
Yeah. But think about this. Matt has spent how many more hours with that character than you can possibly spend in a movie or even a TV series?
I mean, I spent a lot of time with Benjamin Button.
Did you read that?
No, because the movie was really long.
That's a Fitzgerald short story, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just know the movie was really long, and I was looking at my watch ready to get the hell out.
Yeah, I just finished over the weekend. I read Portrait of Dorian Gray, or Picture of Dorian Gray, Oscar Wilde.
That's old.
Yeah, that was 1890.
Yeah.
And then I know recently, I tell you, the oldest thing that I probably read fairly recently was a particular translation of Homer that I really loved, The Odyssey by Stanley Lombardo. I recommend that one. I know people always recommend the Richard Fiegel's one and a few others, but man, this is the Stanley Lombardo translation of Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. Great stuff. And think about how old that is.
Yeah,
and that
pretty
can be
wild,
fascinating.
Because I read last year, I think it was last year, I read Marcus Aurelius' Meditations.
Yeah, that's
And
classic.
That was fascinating to see, like going all the way back to that and some of the wisdom and knowledge that he was embarking. And some of it would maybe not hit, but some of the things that he would say, even in that context of the world that he was in, I found fascinating.
Yeah, he got popular again, recently within the past, 10, 15 years on Reddit and things like that. He appeals to men, I think, Marcus Aurelius, and now there's been some backlash against him, I think, because he got so popular, people going back and reading Marcus Aurelius. But the fact that he was that wise and was that, here is a guy who's that wise in that position that he was in, and being that kind of philosopher king type thing. I think he's great to read, and I love his philosophy, and I've always been Stoicism has always appealed to me anyway. But yeah, and you hit on that, Matt. It's incredible to me that you will read writers from 200 years ago, and you're going, this is so modern, the way that they understand human emotion.
Right.
You're thinking like how we always think that they're these old people. They were just great grandfathers who were plowing land and stuff, and they had no idea about what we, modern man, face and what we think about. And you realize, no, the human condition has persisted throughout ages and throughout technologies. And these people, with the facility with which they could let their mind flow through ink and the nib of a pen, could describe my interior state 300 years before I even existed, is
all
incredible.
about the nibs, about you.
All about the nibs.
I know, all about the nibs. All right, let's put the signal. How about that?
Indeed.
Yes. How about that for
Little
a
surprise
signal?
book talk.
Yes. Yes. Well, let's have one of these older authors write a book about a wrestler, and then I'll read it.
I'm sure there's good ones. Yeah, we don't have to listen to the song.
Give me a book about Booker T, Iceman King Parsons, and I'm right there.
Okay, we'll get you one.
Hey, music. Gordo. Let's bring out the bucket. Talk some hoops next here on The Ticket.
Couple of viral videos from this weekend. This one at a whataburger in Waco. Several women, several by like dozens, inside of a Waco whataburger.
This video is insane.
Went all out, and it's a pretty tough watch because they are throwing haymakers, man.
Throw them bows.
A lot of hair pulling.
There were so many weaves on the floor.
A lot of top
and in
pull.
hands
And in
also.
hands.
Right. So they take the wig off, and the wig, they kind of hold on to it, but
Right.
they're still trying to fight a bit.
It's not hard to find the ones that have their full natural hair because they're getting absolutely wailed on because their hair did not come off their head. But there's this one bigger one who's just, I mean, she is wailing on this other girl who is not registering it at all. But it's about a 2.5 minute long video of an absolute melee.
It is a brawl for it all, and it looks. You know what it looks like? It looks like the Royal Rumble.
It's exactly
at
what it
WWE,
does. Yes.
when they're all in the ring at the same time. Yeah,
And all the Whataburger employees are just the guest referees. They all have their phones out.
they're recording. I'm not getting in this mess.
Hell
you know
no.
what? I don't blame them.
No.
I'm not stepping
just give me my
inside
taquitos.
and get hit, clobbered upside the head by one of these ladies. That is not happening.
No chance. Waco police told TMZ that officers responded to the Whataburger just before 6 a.m. on Sunday, hours after everybody had left. So they're aware of the video. They've seen it. They said there's plenty of evidence. If any of the girls come back, they will not be allowed in the burger establishment. But it feels like some folks should be catching a few charges here. We need to go pick some people up.
You would think. And you know what? I guess when you do watch ladies in fisticuffs, it's always the grabbing of the hair and holding on with one hand, and you're throwing. You never see guys doing that.
No.
You never see guys grabbing hair.
Occasionally, you'll see guys grab the shirt and like maybe pull that
like
over
a hockey fight or something like
right.
that. But the
hair's
instincts
not a
of
thing.
the ladies is always to grab the hair.
Well, you got to get a lot closer to to a guy. If we have shorter hair usually than longer hair, which flies by.
Not as effective.
If I ever fight Corby, that's the first thing I'm going to do.
Go for
grab
that
his
hair.
hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab his hair like that, and then
What up, bitch?
hey man,
Have y'all ever been somewhere where a fight like that broke out around you and you weren't involved in it? at
Not
all?
this big.
I was at a bar once years ago, and a bar fight broke out, and there were several people that were swinging and hitting, and I was just sitting at the bar, and I turned around. I was like, oh, well. I just sat there and sipped my drink, kind of watched it like entertainment, but it was a little creepy because they got a little close at one point.
yeah,
but
you got to get out the way.
Yeah.
Even if you're going to enjoy the festivities because you're not involved. If you're kind of close, you got to make sure that there's not a stray punch coming your way. And just someone backs into you, and then you get mad.
You got to pay
and then
attention.
you're
You got to be
joining in.
aware of it.
You're sitting there at night, having a late night wada catch, and all of a sudden a melee breaks out around you.
Or just think about it. Just say you put in an order and you put
You're
it on
waiting.
your mobile
Yeah.
order, and you
So pissed.
and you walk in and say, "Man, I'm starving."
I need my Monterey melt, please.
Do you walk around and try and get to the counter?
I'll
or
go
do
through the
you-
drive-through. Don't. I'll go through the
But
drive-through.
the line is kind of long. I think you can just
Well, it's Whataburger. It's always long.
you can maybe
those
just
going.
just maneuver your way through and go get your pickup order. And
Excuse
then,
me, I just need to grab that. Thank you.
Yeah, and try and see if you can get out. It's like a maze.
Not
It's
shoes
like
inside.
it's like an escape room.
You get pummeled while you're walking by.
Just catch a quick one. But
That is a very, very intense video to watch because I can't even establish who's on whose side.
No, it's
Usually
tough.
you can tell who's together and all this, but it's so many.
There was another one at Stonebriar Center in Frisco over
saw
the
that
weekend.
one. Yeah.
I don't have a ton of details on this one. I haven't seen any reports on this one, but it's another one where we've got a bunch of folks just fighting in the middle of an establishment, and this time in the mall. Of course, Stonebriar Central. This is not their maiden voyage with a big brawl going on inside.
And it's just ladies. What are we doing?
Why are we so brawly?
Why can't the ladies get along?
They all synced up.
Catch me outside. How about that?
What?
Don't what?
I'm just guessing. I'm
That's
trying.
exactly what you said. And I don't appreciate it. And you know what? Maybe we can have a brawl right now.
Oh, you want to fight me over that?
We can't grab each other's hair.
Right,
So I don't
right.
know how we're going to do
Yeah,
it.
you guys have a fight. Let's do that.
I'm good. I'm okay. You guys can do
Yeah,
your
it would be
show.
more of a physical one, not on the air. I would never disrespect Travis like that.
Okay.
There you go. You
No
just will
disrespect.
physically assault him.
Right. This is way different.
Totally different. Two totally different fights. We had a Lego heist about a week and a half ago. And
Oh, yeah, the big truck.
yeah, now we have a Lego thief, as Jarrell Augustine of Paramount, California, was arrested and charged with grand theft for allegedly removing Lego minifigures from the boxes and then sending them back to the store that he purchased them at, filled with dried pasta. So
Can't you make the same sound in the
kind of
box?
good. It's kind of good. You got to give
All
him
right.
points for that. He has been connected to at least 70 thefts of stolen goods nationwide, totaling about $34,000. He's 28 years old. He was booked into Orange County Jail on April 15th, released the following day. They shared surveillance footage from Target that allegedly showed him purchasing the Lego sets, which he later returned with pasta inside instead of Legos.
That's fascinating.
The officials recovered dozens of Lego toys. I feel like that's undershooting, however many he came up with, because one of them was a box set for the Lego Avengers Tower set, which retails for $500.
Dang.
And that's got to be 1,000 pieces right there. Easy.
You would think so.
Yeah, some of those Lego sets are thousands of pieces, man.
Some of them are so intricate, and they're
Yeah, they
all
are.
that, like $1 billion. Lego has the greatest plan going because they can work with Marvel and DC. They can do it all,
Right.
and they're their own
Right.
company.
Man, it is something about how it was big when I was growing up, then it went away, and now it's huge. Like, did
Massive.
it never
I don't-
really go away?
I don't think so. I think it's kind of always been at least one of the top 10 things that kids are into, and once they started making movies, and then now they have
Right.
like even like they would do with Shrek, they would make like a mini Shrek movie for Halloween or whatever, and they do that with Lego. It's just, we have this random Avengers story. Here you go. Here's a Batman one. Here's My Little Pony. Whatever it is.
Just well, I think that's the advice that you can give anyone growing up now. Whatever you liked as a kid may go away, but keep whatever you have, because eventually it will come back around in style, and you'll be right there at the forefront.
My parents still have the Legos that me and my brother had when we were little kids.
That's awesome.
And they have a couple of huge tubs, and Maddox would always play with those when he was little. He might do that now when he goes over there without me, but
I never played with Legos.
and we have a ton of
ever.
Legos that I got for him.
I got
That
way
was
too
their thing.
frustrated. Couldn't actually build anything.
The only
Yeah, we
thing that
just
will
build
never
our
come
own
back
thing.
is the electronic football game, the one that buzz.
Yeah.
That'll never come back around.
Yeah, because now we have video games.
Right.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
We've upped it. That is the best
pick 'em
thing.
up sticks.
Oh,
Pick 'em
boy.
up sticks, which is the
Why don't you go get some lawn darts?
dude. That and jacks were like, what in the world? All right, okay, now bounce the ball. Now scoop. Now grab the
Here's
ball.
your yo-yo, old man.
We played the
Now
hell out of some
yo-yo.
jacks.
Without the brains. Just a
Yo-yo
regular
can be
yo-yo.
really cool. Like you do a little walk the cradle, little walk the dog. You ever try those things?
Yeah,
Really?
I never could do it.
Really cool.
Yeah, you never tried to do those
No,
yo-yo
I mean,
tricks?
It definitely popped back up when I was a kid for a few years.
You wouldn't play jacks with me right now?
I'd play jacks with you. Why not?
Marbles.
I never was good at marbles.
I don't even know how to play marbles. I just know
Well, you
that it's
have
a
to-
game.
Yeah, you have
You
to
have your shooter.
try and shoot that thing and hit the. I think
Right.
that's the.
I have no idea.
I've forgotten the rules.
Knock them out of the circle.
Yeah, something like that. And
Right.
then you pick them up,
Yeah.
almost like jacks. No, it's
I
not.
don't know if
That's
I know
dumb.
how to play
No.
jacks either.
Yeah, jacks. You throw the
Jacks
ball
is-
up and you onesies,
Pick as many as you
twosies,
can. I don't-
threesies.
And you try to get
Yeah,
do
you
that,
have
and
to
you got to
scoop
catch
them
the
up
ball.
before you have to catch the ball.
Yeah.
We should have an old people games tournament. I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great.
Let's do
War
that.
games.
Get the paddle with the ball on it
Yeah,
with the
do that.
string.
Okay, that's a good
You
one.
can do where you throw a stick and see if you can run faster than the animal to get it.
What's that?
I don't know.
Fetch.
Stuff they did in the prairie.
Just
At least we're talking some
right. Let's
games.
do like rock
We
skipping
can
or
play
something.
some charades.
Anything.
Okay.
We made a song up and all the grandkids, my cousins, sisters. If we were bored
Charades.
at our grandparents' house, and someone would just bust out, "I know what we can play." Then everyone in the house had to say, "What can we play?"
Oh, my God.
We can play charades. No.
Charades had a place.
Charades was great.
You think theater kids liked charades?
Oh, gosh, I know you loved it.
Oh, I'm in for that. Sure was me.
Yeah, I bet you were. One last one very quickly here. A renowned matador in Spain got a little too close to comfort during a bullfighting match. Morante de Pueble, best known as King of the Bullfighters, was gored up his backside.
Oh, no.
That is weird, because that's not the first time I've heard about that happening to a guy.
Well, yeah, I would imagine this is one of the injuries that will happen.
Bullfight.
Like, for real?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was maybe one of the videos that...
Yeah, he is on some weird corners of those websites.
Weird websites do you think I go to?
Doctors confirmed that his...
Bulls.com?
Ex-hamster?
That his rectum was completely severed.
Okay.
Wow, so it cut it out of his body?
Pretty much.
Was it still just hanging on the horn?
He was just carrying him around
so does
like
he
a
get
trophy.
Does he get an artificial rectum? Because that probably is more functional.
They're probably going to need to put something in there to
How's it more functional?
fix that tear.
Like artificial... Like if you get your knee replaced, it's better than your old knee.
But there are some things that, maybe not add better. It relieves some of the pain, yes.
Right, like you don't have to... He just pushes a button and goes...
Ugh.
Like an automatic...
I didn't like the sound that you made at all. Well, it was unclear if Pueblo will return to the ring.
Because you can flip a switch and it's like a little something that, like a washing machine.
Yeah, just like,
hold on. It's self-cleaning.
All right, I'm good.
He had to clench a little bit, and then he turns like a washing machine.
Gross.
He turns it off, and it's
like an automated voice. You are clean. All right, thank you.
That's the news.
Thank you, Travis.
One sec, sorry. I don't know what you've heard about you, but he's with the sweet spot 1 to 3. Whether it's the phone or clean feed, it's the afternoon J-U-B. I don't know what you've heard about you.
Sorry.
But he's with the sweet spot 1 to 3.
Dump that.
Nico, get the out our city. It's the afternoon J-U-B.
That's right, 2:38 on the sweet spots. And do we have a sponsor here, perchance?
Globe Life.
All right, and let's say hello to the Texas Radio Hall of Famer, Marconi winner, and 1/3 of those Courage Boys in the Morning. It is our good friend, George Dunham. Jub, how we doing?
Hey, it is the sweet spot.
It is always good to hear
great.
from you. And this morning you did the show with Norman, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But I do want to ask about the mix with the Invasion, because who was the cowboy spare you like in DJ 2 when you were trying to rip DJ for complaining
Alundis Bryce.
Alundis Bryce. So you were Aikman, and DJ was Alundis Bryce.
Yeah. I would say I regret it, but I don't.
Because DJ's trying to light you up for now working just 3 hours.
Ooh. Yeah, and then Norm takes a run at me this morning. I mean, okay. Did y'all want us to do 5 hours for 40 years? What did y'all want?
Boy, Alundis Bryce had 18 career tackles.
4th round pick.
You really think low of DJ. And you're not wrong.
Did you rip Norm for retiring? Like, oh, you want to rip me? I could just not work anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what, and I know it's, we're just joking. We're all having fun.
You're just ribbing him.
Yeah. After we've done this shift now for a year and 4 months, we get it. Okay, we work less hours now. Funny, hilarious. We're still playing quarterback, We're still fighting every morning.
That's right. You're not some fourth rounder who made 18 career tackles.
And not everyone has the balls to do 2 hours a day.
That's right.
That
was the other thing. Norm makes a big run at me, and that's what I said immediately back to him is, okay, I don't want to hear it from a guy who did 2 hours for 20 years?
I think it's pretty great, honestly.
And I'm sure that Norm would have liked a longer shift because he used to work mornings upstairs at our old place at KLAF.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to go there today because thinking about Norm and the Musers, obviously it's been hunky-dory since, 2000 or 2001, whenever Norm made that transition and worked 10 to noon for so long.
We had a peace treaty, yes.
Okay, but that's what I want to get into. I want to get into the peace treaty because as many P1s that tuned in back then remember, you guys were unrelenting towards the old school pioneer of his craft. You guys would prank him. He was enemy number one because he was your direct competition.
Yeah, that's right. And it was it was war. And I feel bad about some of that, you know. It was a long time ago. We were young. We were in our 20s and early 30s, and hey, Norm couldn't be more of a sweetheart of a guy. He is the best. He is just the absolute best. But yeah, he was our competitor, and I don't know, we were trying to make our way in the market, and yeah, we would we would have Norm on our show, fake Norm, Norm and Andy, and it was, and then I think we were told we couldn't do that bit anymore.
Did
I
Dan tell you
think that was before Norm joined the ticket, I think. So then we called the two characters Bo and Jim.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another
Just
morning
another
competitor.
two random names.
That's awesome.
So was it awkward at all when he moved down?
You know, it really wasn't, because Norm was so nice about it. You know how Norm is. He just shows up and does a show and is really nice to everyone around him. And it really wasn't. The first day was, because we just had to, okay, Norm, we got to kind of go through it here. And we had to strike some sort of treaty between Gordon and Norm, because while he was on 570, at one point Norm called for Gordo's firing because of the way the rant did the story of the JFK Jr. plane crash, which I was on Norm's side on that one. I think that one. I think we all were. I think even Gordon was. I think even Gordon probably agreed with Norm that they were way out of bounds on the rant. But yeah, I think they started going back and forth. That may have been a different time than I think I've changed over the last 5 years and people haven't noticed. I think that was when Gordon later took a run at Norm about his gambling, and
Because you mock it.
Gordon
might have been
said
another
that
one too.
he could beat him by flipping a coin.
Yeah.
So
Was the coin flip fiasco, did that spawn Little Red Riding Hood?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. There were some scraps. I mean, the peace treaty was signed in like 2000, but there were times when where the ceasefire stopped.
You guys went against
Little
the
Red
Geneva
Riding Hood
Convention.
wandering through the
Yeah, go ahead, play the whole thing. That's great. You have it.
No,
Jay.
I just had the one clip.
Oh, okay.
I imagine, completely undermining Norm's entire side gig with a coin would get under. And if you go back and listen to that clip, it's Frito that fights Gordon first.
Because Frito was also in on
the late
graph.
great Frito got mad at Gordon too.
And then he finally tags in Norm, and that's when Norm calls him Little Red Riding Hood.
So was Norm to the ticket something that was in the works for a while? Like, because you said it was like 2000 or so, or was this something where you guys have a meeting like new quarter, and it's like, okay, yeah, you guys know Norm, he's going to be on the station starting Monday.
Well, I don't remember exactly how it broke. I think it was pretty new. Like, they're blowing up the lineup at Cliff, and Norm's going to come join us. And seriously, I remember most of us thought, okay, great, we got another really good player.
Name,
Yeah. We didn't have a big problem with it, from what I remember. It was just kind of weird at first, but that's seriously a credit to Norm and how just what a good guy he is. He came down and we found out, okay, yeah, Norm's hilarious and he's amazing.
By the way, the name game this morning, he still hasn't lost his fastball on that front.
No.
That was nothing but gold. That was one of the best drives to school I've had of taking my kid to school in a long time, because
got to hear the name game.
Whole name game.
Did he look right at you while he did it?
No, he was looking at a script, but he would look up at us on punchlines, which we were hoping for.
And he leaves you a little time to talk because he understands the playbook as well. He knows the offense. He wants you guys to chime in. It was just a master of his craft.
Yeah, he allowed Gordon to sing "Coming Around the Mountain" a couple of times.
I think we all have off-air Norm stories here. I interned for him. Sean worked with him for a long time. I don't want to put you on the spot, Deep, but can you think of an off-air Norm story that just comes to top of your mind?
You know, it didn't happen to me, but one of the funniest things I ever heard about Norm was when he was doing soccer. I think it was Dallas Tornado with Brad Sham. And for some reason, they had to do a game in Mexico. I guess the Tornado was playing the Mexican national team.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they were having technical difficulties. It's like the way Brad tells it, they showed up to the stadium and they had to hook up their own, equipment. There was like, a Comrex, and there was no phone line or phone coupler to hook into.
Yeah.
Brad said there's just wires coming out of concrete. And he's like, how are we going to get this game back to Dallas? So as Brad is talking with an engineer and trying to figure out Spanish and hook all this machinery up,
no habla mucho español.
Norm is trying to talk to someone there who knows the Mexican national team. And yes, in broken English, he's like going player by player. Good kick, good kick, good. Good.
Kick.
Goalie. Okay. And he's trying to figure all this out. And Brad is, trying to hook this up. And he's going through his own language barrier problem with the engineer. And finally, Brad said he lost it. And he just looked at Norm and unleashed this profanity-laden scolding of Norm of what, effing difference does it make if he can kick or not, or who's good or who's the fast player or whatever. We're not getting on the effing air. And he said Norm, again, sweet Norm, didn't say anything back to him, just looked at him, blinked a couple of times, and went right back to the guy. Okay, this defender, is he right foot?
No.
And can't you just see Norm looking at him and just blinking a couple of times and then going right back into sports?
Because Norm's a bulldog.
Trying to figure out the Mexican national team.
Like if he writes something down in his yellow pad or he has it in his mind, he has to finish whatever task.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Hell or high water,
Norm's all about the game. We'll figure out the engineering thing. I just want to know the scouting report on this team. That's typical Norm.
I've always wondered, when was the first time during y'all's mixes that you realized you need to get out of your chair and give it up to Norm? Was there a conversation, or did you just know innately that I need to do this?
I'm trying to think of when that started. I don't think it started until we moved into the new studio. Right? I don't think did I used to give up my seat to him back at the old studio?
I don't remember because I wasn't on your crew then, but I feel like it probably happened when Norm had his first big health issue where he had to do the show from home for a while, and he called groups.
Yeah, maybe it did happen at our old studio, and I was always good with that because, Norm, he had a hard time getting around, so I got out of his way, and I sat in the seat where he would sit, so I'd get out of his way. That was fine.
You should have saw whenever we did, because I did a week with Norm 9 to 1, and Elf was before us, and Elf, I guess, was not made aware of the pact that you and Norm had signed. So when we were going to mix, Elf did not budge. Elf did not move from his seat.
Right there.
And you could tell Norm was just kind of hovering over him, waiting for Elf to move.
Blinking.
And yes, and Elf never got the hint. So Norm would kind of very loudly and passive aggressively sit in a chair and do the. It was pretty awkward. I think by the end of the week, someone had told Elf, "You need to move."
Hit him in the butt.
The other one about Norm that's amazing, and this is kind of a Gordo story, and you guys have probably heard it, but, back in the day, Gordo would work on our show and the Hardline. But then it would come vacation time, and I think we had 2 weeks or 3 weeks maybe, I don't know, for the whole year. And
boy, how things have changed.
Yeah, they've changed a little bit. But so Gordo was on our show primarily, and we would go on vacation. So Gordon would say, well, I'm going to go ahead and work because I usually take my vacation when the Hardline takes it. So he would take vacation with the Hardline, and then when Norm would come in and fill in for us, he would torpedo his show so badly that Norm, after one day, would go, you know, pal, why don't you just take a little bit of a break? So Gordo would get twice the vacation time because he would vacation with the Hardline, and then Norm would kick him off the air, and he would take vacation when we took vacation.
Genius.
Yeah. It was genius.
That is a very Gen Z thing to do from Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to work. I'm
one
just going to
day,
be bad at it.
Yeah,
launch about, I don't know, 40 torpedoes, and finally about 9 o'clock, you know, pal, what you said? You sleep and rest. Get some sleep.
Well, George, this was a fun trip down memory lane, my friend. And guess what?
It was
Next
a fun
week,
trip.
We don't have to obsess over the draft. We'll know who the Cowboys have select-maked.
Man,
at 12 and 20.
This is going to be exciting. Trade or no trade?
I'm voting no trade, but TBD. We'll see.
Okay.
It's all going to unfold right here on the ticket.
Okay, boys.
All right, George. We'll see you. See you next week.
Let's party soon.
Let's party. Always. Some frozen awesomes. And it is the summer of the hot dog. Summer starting very soon. There.
Hey, by the way,
yeah,
I cooked 280 hot dogs on Sunday.
Okay.
Did you finish them?
Well, I didn't eat them all, but I cooked them for other people at the Bartonville store.
Oh, okay. I
As
thought
part
this
of our
was
big,
just
protest thing.
We're
Yeah.
gonna hear that again.
Okay. Some protest hot dogs. I love it. All right, George. Talk to you next week.
See you, boys.
Once again, the ticket presents Why Today Doesn't Suck.
Okay, we have the results of our 12 days of auction item today. Where's Dylan?
He stepped out. I'll go find him.
We're stuck with Deddy. Okay, Deddy.
Good to see you too, Norm.
Give
Good
us
to
the
see
results.
you too, buddy.
Give us the results.
I don't have him. I have to go
Okay.
find him.
Okay, somebody won the bidding for the big dinner today.
And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
Brandon wants to be a broadcaster someday.
Ah, yes. Sweet spot. Thanks to Giorgio. And at 3 o'clock, some sizzling fajitas with Jay.
Thank you very much, Mino. Eatsy's Market and Bakery and GimmeTheVin.com brings you Matt Duchesne's real best friend, Justin Montemayor.
Damn right. Thank you very much.
Right there!
How is Dutchie after a goal and a helper last night?
I mean,
good spirits?
We don't talk work a whole lot when we go out.
You're just Ella's fellas.
But he seemed to be in good spirits.
I saw him mouth, "Let's effing go," as he was high-fiving the bench.
Mm-hmm. From your glass seats?
And I left. I was like, that's it.
Were you on the
I can go.
Don't deal
He
with
said,
potty
"Let's
mouths."
effing go. So I will go.
These cursors.
That kind of language in hockey?
Right.
I mean, as close as you were in the glass, you probably heard it. But you're
That
just
is-
stuck like Han Solo in
Skating a
the
shift.
carbonite.
My new favorite bit.
You're hip to hip with...
That I'm in the glass.
Who is it, Eric Johnson?
Yeah.
The reporter.
You're just doing the interview mid-game.
By the way...
You have your bang sign.
Who is the reporter that they just couldn't...
Oh, Stormy Tommy?
Daniels?
Every time they went to her, she was like in shadows. You could barely see her. They need like a backlight or something for her.
That is weird.
Need more of her.
Yeah.
She was good.
They're the Hardline, Bob, Corby, Dave.
Sup?
Update.
Corby, Bob.
I tried grilled pineapple yesterday.
And?
To no success.
Oh.
Well, as soon as I opened the can, they all just fell through the grates onto the bottom of the grill.
All right, you need fresh pineapple, you dummy.
I liked your joke
open the
that
can.
you opened a can and dumped it in your grill. And then we're unimpressed.
Nope, I'm out.
It wasn't even chunks. It was like the diced stuff.
Crushed.
And the pineapple juice put out the fire, so we're totally in a pickle here.
You don't use fruit salad pineapple?
Sorry.
All right, well,
You need those spears. That's
back
what
to
you
the
need.
back to the drawing board. Well, today is Tuesday, April the 21st, the 111th day of 2026. 254 days are left in the year.
Someone sounds like they're on the course, by the way.
Somebody's making
Not
the
me.
turn.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we got you. It is National Kindergarten Day.
Corby,
big day.
Yeah, dude. What? What a defense!
Well, I don't get it.
What a busy day.
It's all right. Simple Corby doesn't have to get everything. You just smile and nod. On this date in the year 1836, an army of Texans, led by Sam Houston, defeated the Mexican army,
That's
DJ,
right.
led by Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna in the Battle of San Jacinto.
Hell yeah.
The final battle of the Texas Revolution.
We're going to get them.
We went and took
I
it.
didn't know
Texas.
I didn't know Santa Ana was Tony.
Tony Lopez. And that was when DJ and I's ancestors ran to the other side.
Right. Real fast.
No, we're over here. In 1934, the Daily Mail printed the now iconic photograph that reportedly depicted the small head and neck of the Loch Ness Monster.
Our underwater ally.
Yep, old Nessie. Blow Nessie out of the water.
Nessie.
They had no idea what they were starting.
Do you think?
Has anyone contacted the Nessie Society?
Do you think his Michael Jackson kind of roams around hell? That today is the worst day of the year for him because he's missing out on National Kindergarten Day?
Especially with his movie out.
Yeah. It's like, damn.
They have free screenings for kindergartners.
This was my day.
They said he fought hard for a couple extra months just to make it to National Kindergarten Day again.
That's what they were given for reparations, was free screening.
In 1963, the Beatles meet the Rolling Stones for the first time.
It's like the Spider-Man meme.
Good for them. In 1980, Rosie Ruiz was the first woman to cross the finish line at the Boston Marathon, but was later exposed as having cheated by entering the race course less than a mile before the finish line.
Pretty genius.
Dude, it was...
She took a taxi?
Yes. It was such an awesome
She
story.
jumped out of a plane. They could see her parachuting.
Her interview...
She's not even sweaty. Like,
no, she wasn't.
Her interview was so hilarious because they were asking her like specific marathon terms, like what her intervals were, and she was like, what? I'm sorry, I had a cough.
Carbo loading.
And you'll be shocked to find out that she went on to be basically a con her entire life.
No way.
And she said,
Why did you stop at half?
Different Rosie.
No,
Why did you take it to order the monies? Why did you take
not
it
Rosie
to order
Perez. Although any chance we get for a white man can't jump Rosie Perez, I'm in for.
Is she going to have that voice on the White Lotus?
Yeah.
Very curious.
It'd be very distracting.
I would like a room service.
He's not Italian.
Doing this.
Mario. Give me the room service. In 1986, Geraldo Rivera live hosted The Mystery of Al Capone's Vaults, where he would open a hidden chamber believed to belong to notorious gangster Al Capone. After a 2-hour buildup, they used explosives to finally get inside, only to find an empty whiskey bottle. He had medical examiners.
Yellow bellies.
He had medical examiners to help with the dead bodies. He had agents from the IRS to count all the money on standby. The 30 million people that tuned in were disappointed.
I was one of them.
Yep, me too.
So,
was that 7 p.m.? Like we're all locked in for prime time?
Yeah, 7
missing
or 8.
different strokes in the Cosby Show for it?
I don't remember a whole lot except they found a bottle.
One bottle. And they thought it was just going to be mounds of dead people and money that he just had in this vault. Sorry.
Anybody rub that bottle, though? See if somebody came out of there?
It's a genie?
No.
Al Capone genie?
Or Gene? Remember from What We Do in the Shadows with
oh, yeah.
Gene?
In 1991, the Dallas Cowboys select University of Miami tackle Russell Maryland with the first pick.
Their last 1-1.
Indeed.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to my Russell Maryland jersey.
What? Oh, it got stolen?
Yeah. Stolen out of my closet.
Get you an R.J. Maryland jersey.
Yeah.
In
What number did you
1993,
wear?
Maryland was in your closet.
In 1993, Walker, Texas Rayleigh, starring Chuck Norris, premiered on CBS. And in 1997, the ashes of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry were launched into Earth's orbit.
So he's just space trash now?
Yeah. Or if they didn't get high enough, someone got rained down on by Gene Roddenberry's ashes. Birthdays. Hello, Monto would like to wish the card-carrying Day 1 P1 Oscar Camacho Jr. a happy 40-something birthday. Jub's Connected City Sewer Line is his leader. Drop request, balls hanging down from P1 Dallas.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Is that President Camacho?
Different Camacho.
Balls hanging down.
Oh, I have a birthday.
Balls hanging down.
Dave Lane.
Did you know that today is the birthday of one Brian Damaris?
Whoa! Oh, my goodness. The funniest man in town.
I'm laughing just hearing his name. Happy birthday, Brian. Yeah.
Oh, BD.
Does he do stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
Just off and on.
I think
Off and
Chappelle
on for
opened
about
up for
30
him.
years.
I've done
Couple
stand-up
years.
comedy off and on for 21 years.
I mean,
21 years.
You guys just let it go.
What?
Just let it go.
21.
He just,
He's a
every
good
now
dude.
and then, he'll pop by AT&T Stadium and
Yeah,
do
I've
a
done stand-up
little
comedy off and on
80,000.
for 21
Just a
years.
set.
Like we'll get a new Netflix special every few years.
Yeah.
Smoking a cigarette.
Him and Tig Notaro are the power couple in comedy. And P1
Happy birthday, B-Dam.
White Doug would like to wish buddy Black Doug, a.k.a. Chris Carroll, a happy birthday.
Black.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, but next time you see him, will you remind him he's just not that great? Can we get a gift from Galleons today?
Yes.
More throwbacks.
Got a gift from Galleons.
You get a live rendition.
Like somebody's
Birthdays, Ed Bell, 461.
bean.
That is some greatness.
Truly.
Josh McDaniels, 50. Tony Romo is 46.
Tony Romo. Si, senor.
Romo.
Maverick's great.
That's right. On
He's
the
a Romo.
floor. Cadillac Williams, 44. Big day for the Jock Flock. Jock Peterson, 34 today.
Let's go.
Really?
Put in the call.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a triple today.
How's the slash line?
Better than last
He's
year.
pretty damn good, man.
Getting on base.
Is his ops above the Mendoza line? And Jack
Batting
Leiter,
average is above the Mendoza line.
26.
229.
Hopefully they have a good party after the game today. With a couple of birthdays.
Think they'll order pizza?
Hopefully.
Pizza.
If Jock Peterson gets his way, they'll get a couple.
Guess Jock's war in 2026 so far.
7.
That's a terrible guess.
This is mean.
0.3.
You're being mean.
No, I'm not.
250,000. 250.
It's not high. Is it even 0.1 yet?
$250,000. I'm sorry.
Peyton's
a
way
quarter
off.
of a million bond.
Jock is the replacement player this year.
Nice.
0.0.
Iggy Pop, 79.
With an ops plus of 101.
And looking great. Tony Danza, 75.
Hold me closer.
We've gone from well below average to dead bang average.
There we go.
Turning 68 today, Andy McDowell, the mommy of Margaret Qualley.
Okay.
Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
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 Turning 67 today, Dave.
Bob.
We have Bob.
I'm disappointed in you, Bob. These idiots. I expected.
I just here for the laughs.
Robert Smith.
Oh!
I think Sylvester Stallone's having a stroke.
It's Robert Smith as Tarzan.
Eric King, 63. That's Dokes from Dexter.
Oh.
Dexter. Oh, well. Hey, Dokes.
Now.
That's got to be novel. I don't think we've ever heard
I think
Dokes. You're a murderer.
What you been up to, Dokes?
Yeah, you like mustard?
Looking at you, Bob.
Well, that's fine. I mean,
you want a biscuit there, Dokes?
No.
I definitely haven't killed anybody. That's Dexter.
Yeah, I'm still looking for Degner.
Boy, you're getting
You're doing
dumber.
what?
You're getting dumber, Dokes.
I feel like you took a few shots to the head over the course of your career,
I'll
Dokes.
find him.
Hello.
Nicole Sullivan, 56. That's Holly from King of Queens. Rob
Matt
Riggle,
TV?
56.
Where is she now? We need a cast reunion from where all these spares from King of Queens
She probably
ended up.
needs it. She probably needs the check. Rob Riggle, 56. Jeff Anderson, 56. That's Randall from Clerks. And James McAvoy, 47.
Jay likes that one.
The slight off-air Jay. Hell yeah. For Randall. Born this day, now dead. Queen Elizabeth II.
Hello.
Ken Caminiti.
Ranger.
And Tavares Jackson, who Bob dunked on right in front of Adrian Peterson. Down the Stay Still Dead.
Jackson 5-3.
Nina Simone.
Beating.
Jimmy the Greek Snyder. Mark Twain.
Greatness.
1 year ago today, Pope Francis. And Prince. Down the Stay Still Dead. Bye, Dokes.
Don't forget Dokes.
Brandon
Bye,
is
Justin.
getting sizzling fajitas.
Bye, Miko.
Bye, David.
Broadcasting live from the
See you,
TSU Energy.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dave.
Thank you very much.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
We begin with another dead. People are dying every day, guys. This one, I don't know if he's going to make it into the trifecta queue. We'll see. Alan Osmond.
Oh, is that one of the Donnie Marie people?
Yeah, he is the eldest brother of the Osmonds family band. He died on Monday, yesterday, at the age of 76. He died with his wife, Suzanne, and 8 children by his side.
Too many.
Well, they're Mormon. And he was diagnosed with MS in 87.
Ooh, way to go, DJ.
And so he mostly retired from performing after that. But he was the third of 9 eventual Osmond kids. And he was the oldest of the 7 who could sing. So
wait, was one of them like had their tongue cut out?
Well, hold on.
Oh.
His older brothers,
way to go, DJ.
Veery.
Stop blaming all their problems on me.
His older brothers, Veery and Tom, were hearing impaired, Corby.
Oh,
way to
That's
go.
why they couldn't sing.
Oh, I can relate to that. I too have a hearing issue. What? I do. Go ahead, laugh. Laugh
Yeah.
it up, fuzzball.
Not from birth.
No, not from birth.
Yeah. You're trying to say you are one of them.
From being inside the speakers at all your concerts.
Yeah. So, Alan.
I don't need earplugs. That's for the gays.
Wow.
What? I'll never go deaf.
So he began singing in a barbershop quartet with 3 of his brothers in the late 50s. They moved to L.A. They worked at Disneyland before they were discovered by the father of talk show host Andy Williams. Then they were singers on the Andy Williams show. Then their youngest brothers, Donnie and Jimmy, joined, and they became teen idols and then had that Donnie and Marie show in the mid-70s.
How old were Donnie and Marie when that was going on? That was real confusing to me as a kid because I'm like, are they adults?
I think they were in their early 20s.
I
don't know.
They kind of seem like that they were positioned as
lovers?
15 and 16-year-olds. No, not as lovers.
Would you guys, what would it take to get you to consider putting together a barbershop quartet?
You would be the bass guy.
Yeah, you could do it.
We could definitely use you.
Well, we need 4 of us to do a quartet, though. So
Well,
it
we
might
have
need
DJ.
Lando,
He
yeah.
can just do the
What was the Simpsons? Homer. Oh, the
Baby
B
on board.
The B sharps.
Yeah.
What was Andy Bernard?
That was their big hit. Was Baby on
Yeah,
board?
Baby
on
board,
Andy
Baby
Bernard had
on
a
board.
barbershop quartet, and it was called "Here Comes Trouble."
Okay.
Here comes treble.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great. Barbershop Quartet's terrible. We have a wedding. This is interesting because I didn't know that they were an item, and I don't know that it totally makes sense to me, but I guess it's because I think of them as their characters. But 2 co-stars of the Amazon show The Boys have married. Jack Quaid, Huey, and Claudia Dumit. She is Victoria Newman, the congressman turned vice president, the supervillain.
Huh.
And so they were married in Australia over the weekend. He 33, she 34. And they were at a small intimate ceremony in New South Wales, a farming town southwest of Sydney. And his parents are Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid. They were there. And A-listers Alec Baldwin, Tom Hanks, and Kevin Costner were there. And then 3 of their co-stars from The Boys, Carl Urban, Colby Minifie, and Nathan Mitchell. So they met in season 2 of The Boys when Claudia joined the cast. And 2 years later, they went public with their relationship. And they're currently airing their final season, the 5th and final season of The Boys. I don't know if you guys are P1s of that show, but it's great.
I watched the first couple of seasons and then have slipped.
Yeah.
I've never tried 1 second.
It's really good. It's so gory.
Really smart.
It's so funny and so gory and so satirical. It's really, really good. Here's the potential heartbreak for the snake, as there are reports that Zoe Kravitz and Harry Styles are engaged.
No, I want this. I need this for Zoe. And this really is going to make my wife more upset because she always fancied herself the next lesbian lover of Zoe Kravitz.
So today in London...
That person's lesbian?
Today in London, they were spotted walking about doing whatever rich people do.
Gallivanting.
And she had a massive rock on...
I thought you were going to say boner.
Her left ring finger. And so they've been dating since August of last year when they were spotted in Rome gallivanting. And an insider says that they've been spending long stretches together in Rome, that she joins him several times a year, or several times in the end of last year and the beginning of this year.
Did you give us the age difference?
He is 32, she is 37.
Okay.
But they say they just stroll around, meet up with friends, and have a very relaxed life. They have great chemistry.
Yeah, and he's a really serious marathon man.
Yeah.
When does traipsing wander over to gallivanting, would you say?
I think I would rather gallivant than traipse.
What about meandering?
Meandering is purposeless.
Yeah, like you're on mushrooms.
But traipsing has a purpose?
Yeah, you're going
maybe
somewhere.
You have a destination when you're traipsing?
I think so.
What if you jaunt?
I like being jaunty.
Okay. No more questions.
Okay. Mike Vrabel finally addressed the media in New England today.
Yeah, he did.
He broke his silence after the canoodling photos.
Boy, gallivanting and canoodling. Now, there's 2 good ones.
With Diana Rossini were posted last week, or a couple weeks ago, I guess.
The audio's in there, I think.
He thanked the media.
Thank you for your courage.
For their patience.
Hey, Coach Garrett.
He says, I know that wasn't easy for you, and I respect and appreciate that. He says, it was important for me to have a conversation with the players, which I did yesterday. I've had difficult conversations with people I care about, my family, the organization, the coaches, the players, and those have been positive and productive. But he says he doesn't want to be a distraction. He's going to attack this season with humility and focus, and he's going to be the best version of himself going forward. So you don't have to worry about him anymore.
So he said he had difficult conversations with his family. Do you think you would have liked to have been sitting on the couch as that was going on?
Not really.
Me either.
Does he have kids?
Yeah.
Like, how many kids
They
does he
all
have?
probably all look like him, like just grown-up stuffed sausages.
Wasn't, I I forget which draft it was.
It was the COVID draft.
Was it
because
the
they
COVID
were at
draft?
home and they were doing bits in the background.
That's right. The vrabel boys, right?
Or you could see through a mirror one of them sitting on a toilet, doing just being jackasses, being funny.
Oh, daddy.
How do you think the missus handled it all?
So he has Tyler and Carter. They're both in their 20s now.
Are they in Dude Perfect?
She's probably about tired of
Yeah.
his BS.
Yeah. Look, baby, I didn't bang no one. I only bang you.
Do you bang your wife? I don't think you ever bang your wife.
Nobody but you, baby. Bang you in the shower. Just love you, not her.
Madonna was a surprise guest weekend 2 of Coachella. She appeared during Sabrina Carpenter's set. They did Vogue.
What'd she look like?
Well,
that's all I'm interested in.
She's
had a lot of work done.
Yeah, she's 67, and she looks good for 67. But she has.
Why are you so disgusted by
She has
that
had a
age?
ton of work done, but she wore this ridiculous.
So much work.
She wore this ridiculous purple outfit, and that outfit has now gone missing. So she is offering a reward for the return of the outfit that she wore during Sabrina's set.
This one?
Yes.
You think your mom ever wore this, Bob, when she was 67?
No.
A purple corset with garters.
She kind of looks like what's her name from the White Lotus? I forget the actress. The
Stephanie or Coolidge, Jennifer
Yeah,
Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah. Like just cinching herself into that corset.
Yeah.
She's got a bit of a fupa.
Jeez, Dave.
So she says, I've been flying high since Friday night at Coachella. Thank you to Sabrina and everyone who made it possible. But this full circle moment hit different when I discovered the vintage pieces I wore went missing. My costume was pulled from my personal archives. The jacket, the corset, the dress, all the other garments. They aren't just clothes, they're part of my history. I'm offering a reward for their safe return. And so the Indio police have confirmed that her representative filed a missing property report. And so the items evidently were last seen on a golf cart shortly after 1:30 a.m. after the set. And the investigation indicates that the 2 bags containing the items may have fallen off the golf cart as they were on their way to the bus. And so they realized when they got to the hotel
I got a golf cart.
that the bags were missing. So they don't think they were intentionally stolen, but somebody probably stumbled upon these bags and like, holy crap, that's Madonna stuff.
Yeah.
So-
Or they were just like, what's this old lady outfit?
Yeah. What does this corset smell like?
Yeah.
These giant bloomers.
Smells like Chico's.
Smells like summer's eve.
I do want to say that performance, quite possibly I'm a sucker for that song, but that song still
Did you watch the performance?
slaps. I saw that. It was on
I
the
didn't see
socials.
I didn't see it. Did she do good?
I just think Like a Prayer's just one of the best songs ever when Madonna does it. I just think it's an awesome song.
What was it? What movie was that just in?
Oh, the
Deadpool?
Zoolander. Or not Zoolander, Deadpool.
Yeah.
How did you get
that was so
Zoolander
great.
and Deadpool?
I don't
mixed
know.
up? That was the opening of Deadpool, right?
Yes, and it was amazing.
It was really cool.
All right, that's good enough. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Well, don't
it was
give
really
up.
good. Like, he was a great Enews.
No, it wasn't.
Do I have time for one more?
This just sucked.
I feel bad about it.
Patreon.com/sportsgreek.
Boy, our best commercial playlet ever just happened, but sorry, you'll have to wait for the uncensored version. Here's Dave.
Thank you. Well, a warehouse in northwest Dallas was busted by Dallas police, by Vice officers, because it was operating as a, quote, sexual encounter center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Have you
You
heard
never
of,
want that.
Have you heard of these?
No.
Oh, my.
So, Vice officers executed a search warrant on Friday, and this is a warehouse in the 2500 block of Manana Road, over there off 35, the opposite side of Restaurant Row.
Oh, yeah, I know Manana.
Las Verdad.
And inside the warehouse, they found 50 people engaged in sexual activity.
Ew. Do you think it's real hot? Not like good looking, but like all steamy in there?
I don't know. So the place was called Space Studios. Space with a Y. Spayse.
Do they have individual rooms, or are they out in the open?
I don't know.
Open sex?
I don't know, but
gross.
The people who were there told officers that they paid $35 for entry for consensual sex,
if you will.
So you pay $35 and you go inside this warehouse and you hope to pair off or group up. You and you over here.
Sorry.
Dude, I mean, what would it take for you to pay the $35 to just roll into the sex warehouse and just be like, all right, maybe you?
Let's go!
A free afternoon?
I mean, do you have to? Do you have to engage if you pay the $35, or
can you just kind of loiter?
Can you just watch?
You got like a six-pack or something, and you just kind of sit there drinking, looking around?
Is there a papasan?
Is there a band?
So 2 people were arrested. Israel Luna, a 53-year-old man, and Mark Tuton, a 42-year-old man.
Tuton?
Tuton. Tootin? Mark Tootin?
I don't know.
Rootin' Teuton.
So they both face charges of operating a sexually oriented business without a license. They did not have a license for their sex warehouse. And so the people who were there, the 50-some people who were there, the police checked them for warrants and didn't find any. So they were all released. So that's kind of good for them. They didn't get charged with anything. Israel Luna also faces charges of possession of a controlled substance and possession of marijuana, as well as promotion of prostitution. So also in the sex warehouse, they found 227 grams of marijuana, 671 grams of mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Yeah. And 11,000 grams of THC hash oil.
I'm really taken aback by sex mushrooms. Like, that doesn't seem like a place where people would be eating mushrooms.
Yeah, it's very eyes wide shut.
Like, mushrooms? If you were going to say, like, meth or something like that, that seems to fit the sex warehouse.
Detectives also seized more than $11,000 in cash, computers and hard drives, and a cargo van that they believe was used in the production of pornography.
They were filming this?
There was a bang bus inside the sex warehouse.
Man, I'm dying to know what these people looked like.
So Luna, one of the guys arrested, Israel Luna, said that he received financial compensation for these sex events that he hosted and that he would upload content online and promote these sex events on social media. And I guess in the sex community, Luna is known as a filmmaker. He is the, I guess, promoter and perhaps host of the Gayborhood, a web series on YouTube.
Wait a minute.
Oh. Wait, is this a gay sex warehouse?
Now,
I don't
Corby's
know.
less interested now.
I don't know if they stock all kinds of sex or just the one kind.
I mean, if he's hosting the Gayborhood, that would lead one to believe that he's also doing gay sex warehouse stuff. I don't know.
Oh, Daddy.
Well,
where did that come from?
Well, Bob,
I believe that was the talk with the vrabel sons about.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, Daddy. So gross. I'm
well,
sorry,
Bob,
I
if you could do me a favor on your laptop, if you could,
I can't.
If you could open Google and just type in Space Studios Gay Sex Warehouse.
Daddy. I'm probably not going to.
So that can be your final search when you roll off the highway on the way home.
Stop wishing for my rolling off the highway on the way home.
And by this point, would he make sure that gay midge sex warehouse would not be the final? Like, he would look at it, and then he would then type in, like, third round mock.
Right.
Like, just to make sure.
Definitely.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. Clear the search
Jacob Rodriguez
history.
projected draft spot.
Yeah.
All right. There is an ongoing, I believe it's still ongoing, a hostage situation in Providence Village, which I guess is near Aubrey. It began late last night. It stretched into this evening as police have negotiated for now more than like 15 hours or so with this guy. So Aubrey police say that a man called 911 about 11:30 last night and told dispatchers that he had 2 women hostage and that if police came to his house, he would kill the 2 women.
Not good.
And so then around 1:15 a.m., so authorities set up a perimeter around this house, and they try to talk to him by phone, convincing him to surrender and let his hostages go. So around 1:15 in the morning, a juvenile female was released, and she tells officers that she confirmed that he does have weapons inside the house. And so at that point, Aubrey police called in the Denton SWAT team, and they also requested help from the McKinney Police Department hostage negotiations team and the FBI. So all of these departments are now on the scene, and they've had negotiations ongoing all day. So a woman is still being held hostage inside the home, and they've confirmed now that the man and the woman are in a domestic relationship, whether they are boyfriend, girlfriend, or married, whatever. They don't know whether the child is related to either of them or if that's their kid or what. But at this point, at this hour, we're tracking this story on Community Quick Hits. But yes, there is a dude who is still holding a hostage, and they are trying to negotiate with that person.
Community Quick Hits is just an amazing array of the downtrodden and things not to do. Well, I'm still taken aback by the fact that the gay guy, the gay warehouse guy, is putting all these videos as like promotional items out on social media.
Well, I don't know that he's putting porn on social media. He's promoting the parties and the warehouse, the sex warehouse on social media.
Right, but still, like, I mean, eventually that's going to make its way to a police officer or anyone that's like, hey, I think this is like kind of gross and illegal. Does somebody want to look at that? Like, it's just, people are dumb. Criminals are so dumb. So dumb.
It's interesting, though, that it became gross to you when it was a gay warehouse.
Oh, no. It was gross before. Way gross.
Well, let's end on a positive note then. As there was
I'm the one that wants to meet Quinn Hughes in the cottage after the season ends. So shut up.
There was a miracle. A miracle on Sunday. Actually, on Saturday. It was announced on Sunday. So Sarah Jakes Roberts, she is the daughter of T.D. Jakes of Potter's House.
Okay.
Didn't he get sick?
Well, yeah, I think he had a cardiac
stroke.
Yeah, like a heart attack on stage as he was preaching at Potter's House. And so he has stepped down. I think he's doing better, but he stepped down. And so he's handed over leadership of the church to his daughter, Sarah, and her husband. They took over last summer. But she says that she was playing with her daughter on Saturday. They were playing on the trampoline in the backyard. And Sarah says that she landed on her neck and heard several pops.
Oh!
And she had to go to the hospital after this trampoline accident. And on Sunday, she posted an update. She says, I was almost paralyzed, but God didn't see fit to let that be my story. And so she says she will have to wear a neck brace for 4 to 6 weeks and will be laying low as she recovers. But a near miss, as I guess she was trying to do tumbling or flips or something on the trampoline and just landed square on her neck.
Did you guys grow up with either a trampoline or a neighborhood trampoline?
I did not. I think one friend had a trampoline. I was always scared of it.
You?
Because I was a cautious boy.
I thought we missed the trampoline age. I thought we were all too old for that. Are you saying you were in the middle of the trampoline and?
Oh, it was in our backyard, and the whole neighborhood used it.
And
too old for it. What
and
do you
at
mean?
that time,
well, I didn't feel like the late 70s, early 80s were prime trampoline.
I think that's a wheelhouse.
I think they were discovered after that.
Well, the 70s and 80s trampoline did not have the net around it.
It didn't. It
just had danger everywhere.
Yeah.
We had springs just exposed.
We had padding, and I air quote that because the padding would wear off pretty quickly, and we would get as many people on there as we possibly could, launching each other into the air as high as we possibly could. That was the game. And then we would move it to the canal, and it's...
Launch yourselves into the canal.
It's soaking wet. We're slipping all over the place. It is a miracle that we didn't die on that thing. And my parents was like, yeah, whatever. Just go have fun. I don't care.
Yeah, I made the mistake of buying a trampoline for my daughter when she was young.
Yeah.
And, it was one of the modern versions with the safety net all around. Mm-hmm. And I think she used it maybe 5 times.
Are you serious?
And then
Did you jump straight through it?
No, I couldn't go on it. I was afraid to go on it because I would, just tear through the fabric or break all the springs.
Dave goes through the trampoline into the ground, and he's just stuck in the ground 3.5 feet.
Then, like Bugs Bunny, he pops up in China.
Well, and so my wife, she would try to go on with my daughter and play with her and jump around, and she said, I can't do it because every time I jump on the trampoline, it makes me pee a little.
Childbirth.
Man, I loved the trampoline. It was awesome. All right, good stuff, Dave. Let's do a little Sturm Center next.
What was it like to be rich, Gordon?
A trampoline was like $30. Shut up.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one. Doctor, everything will be alright. Instead of asking how much of your time is left, ask how much of your mind, baby. 'Cause in this life, things are much harder than the afterworld. This life, you're on your own. And if the elevator tries to break you down, go crazy. Put your hands on.
3:35 is our time. 35 minutes past 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, according to the Tower of the Friendly Mercantile. The Tuner is on America's favorite radio station, Sports Radio 1310, The Ticket. Sport. Warmest greetings, tickheads and ticket chicks. It is Thursday, the 21st of April. Time to heat 2. Trice up. Mill about smartly throughout the premises, making certain every radio in sight is set to America's favorite station for music and news, and then doing whatever you must to ensure that this remains the case in perpetuity. This is Mike Reiner speaking to you today from the nurturing biosphere of the mothership, alongside the Knox City Knocker, the terlingua comic, Dingu. Ty Walker, the great beast, in his natural habitat, and a dancing bear at first base. All set to go in there with that ticket ticker. Hello, Ty.
Hello, Mike.
At the helm, guiding us safely into harbor, young David Mino. Hello, David.
Hey, Mike.
Becca will be along in just a bit with Trafico. And I will be here, but right about now, on this sad day, let's say hello to the Cobra.
Here he is, the Cobra. Here's Cobra.
cookie puss.
Ty, first off, I'm sorry about China.
It's a tough one, pal.
That she has become the Farrah Fawcett.
Prince stole the headlines.
In the Michael Jackson death. This is a large one. You know what, too? Whenever David Bowie died and we were talking about shutting down and, the music world going crazy and all these people reaching out and it really just, he's bigger than Bowie was bigger than the genre type thing.
Yeah.
And we listed all these people that would be included in that type of vibe. And, we listed all the dudes on the very top of the pyramid, but we never mentioned Prince, mainly because
that
Prince
was an oversight.
It wasn't an oversight, but it was, I just never thought of Prince as being that old, and I never thought of him dying.
Neither did I. I thought of him as forever being just like he's always been and being utterly timeless.
Yeah. You never thought that he was in that Springsteen-y, mold of, well, it could happen. Just because he's of a certain age. Prince was not there yet. I mean, Prince is the same age as, he's like a year older than Bono.
57.
Bono. Sorry, Bono.
But for the consumption of the masses, he pretty much never changed. He always looked the same while, when it comes to Bruce, we've seen him age over the years. He's...
Massive work?
Bruce?
No.
Prince?
Yes.
Don't know. Maybe he don't crack.
Could be.
Yeah.
Or it could be massive work. I don't know. But he always looked the same to me. He always, even though, his features would change some, he kept that fresh-faced look that he had when he emerged onto the scene.
I'll say this. When we saw him at the Super Bowl, which we'll talk about Prince in depth at 5'10", but when we saw him at the Super Bowl and we were 20 feet away from him, maybe 10, and he played a little mini concert in that auditorium that we were in for the media. Now I look back on it as that was incredibly special, But he looked the same. And how long ago was that? Like 5 or 6 years, 7 years?
Yeah, that's about right. The year that he played the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
But he looked the
2007.
same. 2007. Yeah, okay. So he looked the exact same there that he did 25 years prior when I saw him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He always looked the same, and, he was like you never got a really good look at him,
Yeah.
He was always photographed from a certain distance.
Certain angles.
Yeah, certain angles. There was a lot of the time part of his face that would be hidden. And I don't know, you just never got a sense of time affecting him like it does everybody else.
Well, I don't think it was an oversight not listing him on that list of guys that would be where the papers shut down. I just never thought of him because he was Prince. He was too young.
Yeah, he was too young. He was too timeless. And for so much of his time in the limelight, he kept way out of view. I mean, never did interviews, never did any kind of TV, never did really that much except for doing really sensational stuff to put himself out there too much. But it was all within the context of his music or movies or, whatever his project at the time happened to be.
Yeah.
And when it came to doing stuff to hype whatever it was, hype his albums or hype new records, new songs, films, whatever, he never did that stuff. So you just didn't get much of a sense of what kind of guy this was.
You would see him at random sporting events, random basketball games, random football games. Matter of fact, the last time, I think it was at a football game that I saw him, and he had like a big scepter. It looked like he had this cane, and it had this big, giant crystal ball on the end of it. Norm has a monkey on the end of his.
Yep.
Prince had this big crystal thing on the end of his, and he was sitting there, and he just looked like Prince, and some big smocky robe type thing with big glasses and a giant fro, and I was like, well, there's Prince.
Yep. We will give him his due at 5:10 today and play a little bit of his music as we make our way throughout the presentation. We'll also have Marty Turco on with us at 5:30 to discuss last night's Stars win as they come back here in pretty firm command of this series as it stands right now, 3-1 after last night. And along the way, there will be community quick hits at 6:10, entertainment news for you at 4:30. By the way, follow at 4:10 today, prior to tonight's Mavericks game. Right now, though, 3:42 here on the ticket.
Too many nights I've laid awake wondering what is on Mike's mind. I've tossed and turned and crashed and burned, imagining what I'd find. So I'll just sit here and drink my beer, maybe rub one out tonight, 'cause I can hardly wait to find out just what is on Mike's mind.
He can hardly wait to find out just what is on Mike's mind.
My sphincter gave up long ago.
Jeez.
Thank you. Who's being leveraged here?
Autoflex Leasing and Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
I came across this story today. It's a little bit old, but extremely far-fetched. And I don't think we did anything on this. So I'm going to bring it to you today, Corby.
Okay.
And see what you think about this. Dateline, Uttar Pradesh, India.
Sports Flash!
I don't think I've been there. Let me think.
You haven't.
You're right.
Where over there was a child born, a little boy, who had and was born with 3 penises.
What are you doing?
It's the only reason we're doing this.
No,
What are you doing?
it's a good story.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
And no anus.
Dude.
On Prince Day.
You realize that we could like be talking about Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill, and you're choosing the Indian boy with 3 penises and no anus.
Yes, I do realize that.
Anus.
Go
I think
ahead.
This story is of some significance.
I just got that text too from Fitz, and this plays into it.
Hey, I heard about that kick-ass sports station in Dallas. The guy gets off the plane for business, and hearing about these legendary numbers that their afternoon drive shows does so well, and
this,
and then he turns it on and he hears about the kid with 3 weens and no bum
rectum.
Fitz said that his buddy who listens from Tulsa, like once in a blue moon, sent him this text just a few minutes ago. So I just turned it on the ticket 1310 online, and the talk is, would you do a speedball if all your teams would win a championship in the same year?
Well, if he likes that, he'll like the story of the boy who was born with 3 penises.
This can't be real. This cannot be real.
Get on with this.
Seriously, move it on.
All right, he was able to pass urine through only one of them, one of the 3. But even though he could only use 1 to urinate, 2 had erectile tissue.
Okay.
Needless to say, this is an exceedingly rare condition.
No, sounds normal to me.
It affects around 1 in every 6 million births, but it's commonly associated with other abnormalities, such as double bladder, and this boy was no exception.
Double bladder?
Yeah, because he didn't have an anus, he was unable to
poo.
To poo. But that's easily corrected. He underwent a surgical procedure 2 years ago and had a colostomy, and that aspect of it is squared away now.
Crap.
What are we doing?
I told you. I've seen this coming for like 10 years.
This is a significant story.
Okay.
about extreme medical advancements that are out there, Corby.
All right, so they built him an anus, and
Yes,
then what?
We should all take heart.
He's got a bionic anus.
Yes. Last month, they created a path through the rectum to facilitate passage with a newly fashioned anus. And they also removed his rudimentary penis, along with a bony mass of tissue to which they were attached. And finally, they forged one from the two more developed penises by fusing them together. So this kid's pretty normal now.
Sounds like it.
This is an amazing development. How a kid can go from being this abnormal and made by modern medicine and modern science to a fairly normal functioning person. This is very impressive stuff.
Where are you getting this? Zap to it?
No, I'm getting it at IFL Science. Let's see. Impressively, this whole procedure, which sounds extremely complicated, took 6 hours.
Okay.
Which, I would think it would be far more complicated and far more drawn out than that.
Did they do all this as a baby? Like he's just a few days old?
Well,
or?
not as a baby, as an infant.
So a few months old?
Yeah, a couple years, actually.
Well, that's not an infant.
That's a
toddler. That's a toddler.
All right, a toddler then. Like a couple years after he was born is when they did all this.
Okay.
Doctors at the hospital said that neither sexual function nor fertility should ultimately be affected by any of this. Now, he's going to have to use the colostomy bag until he's healed sufficiently, but the outlook is good for him, for this young man.
Well, the only question I have is, will he know? You know how sometimes kids are born with the superfluous 11th toe? Or maybe you have the El Pulpo sixth finger?
Yes.
It's more of just like a ruddy twig that's sticking out of your hand?
Yeah. El Pulpo has 6 fingers on both hands and 6 toes on both feet.
Yes, God blessed him. But they'll cut it off, when they're a month old or something like that, and they're no worse for the wear, and they don't know. They have no idea going forward. Maybe when they are about to have kids, mom's like, hey, by the way, when you have a kid, you may end up having one that's got like 11 fingers. But will they tell this kid what he went through? We've got a great story for you, son, when you turn 18.
I don't want to know that.
I don't either.
Text penis.
I don't either. I don't want to know that at all. I didn't want to know this. I didn't want to know the story at all.
I don't either.
Like, my life has not improved at all in the last 7. No, it hasn't.
It has improved
it's
because you're
gotten
better
worse.
able to understand what medicine is capable of.
We're aware. I mean, the sky's the limit on medicine. But all I'm saying is that had this been a story of somebody fusing 2 arms into 1 arm, this would not have made the segment. This is the only reason we're doing this is because it has to do with 3 penises.
It might have.
Because you're obsessed with it. You're obsessed with penis.
Well, you have to admit, it's pretty extraordinary.
I don't know.
It's just medicine, man. They can do all kinds of stuff.
The only thing they can't do is fix a horse's bones.
Right, or cure
that's
cancer.
true. They can't do either of those
But
things.
they can do anything else. You've just made
I doubt if they can do much for my sphincter these days either. I like my penis.
Yeah.
All right, if you guys aren't into it, then let's go on
It was
here.
just such a left turn
God.
after a fitting
Prince.
touching
We
tribute
sit there
to
talking.
Prince.
Okay. Well, the show's on. We're going to get back into Prince. We're going to do
Stay
other
hard.
things.
Stay hard, Prince. Now the Indian kid with 3 penises and no anus. So ridiculous.
All right.
Sexy time.
Up next, we speak on the matter of the death of Prince. So today it is that we learn that Prince, the great Prince, has passed on to the next plane. at the age of 57.
I got to tell you, man, I'm way more shocked by this than I was David Bowie. Way more. Like, I still cannot believe it. It's so weird.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked by both, although, you know, David Bowie's a little bit older, probably a little bit farther along the natural progression toward it anyway, but still. I didn't know anything about his condition or anything like that, and that was shocking. And apparently, from what we've been able to piece together, the health of Prince has not been that great in recent months either.
According
what
to
have we learned so far? Because the last I checked, it was police responded to a unconscious man not breathing at Prince's house, and he was in an elevator, and attempts to resuscitate him were failed.
It says when deputies and medical personnel arrived, this is from the sheriff's department, they found an unresponsive adult male in the elevator. First responders attempted to provide life-saving CPR, but were unable to revive the victim. He was pronounced dead at 10:07 a.m. I know this happens a lot with these guys, these first responders, but can you imagine as they get an address, they get to the property, and they're like, holy crap. And they go in there to that elevator, and there is Prince, and their job is to keep him alive. Just what on their,
and this is Minneapolis. This isn't Hollywood where celebrities are, you can sling a dead cat and you're gonna hit a celebrity there. This was Prince in his city. I mean, he is so beloved in Minneapolis.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, probably when that address came over, some of them knew exactly where.
Yeah,
it
you're
was
going
and
to
who
Prince's
it was.
place.
And they were just going, uh-oh.
So a week ago, he was hospitalized after his private plane, made an emergency landing after a show in Illinois. Reports said he suffered from dehydration and was getting over the flu. He had to cancel some of his dates on his most recent tour earlier this month because of the flu. I cannot imagine that. And I mean, look, I know he's 57, but that's not old. That he died of complications from the flu. And I know you can. We see it all the time, and maybe it developed into pneumonia, and maybe it got really serious, but it just seems like we're going to learn something else, that there was something wrong with him, a pre-existing condition, some sort of heart ailment, you know? Yeah. I don't think Prince was ever into drugs or anything like that, but it just sounds like that there was something wrong. You don't die at 57.
I hope it's not drugs. I don't think he was a big drug guy, right?
No. He wasn't. No.
Now, do we know that, though?
Well, you don't know, but...
We don't know a whole lot about him. He doesn't seem that way.
No. Right. You're right. We should...
But, as we were speaking about earlier, he kept it to himself, man. He did no interviews and never really had too much to say about anything. About the only time you did hear from him was when he had something that he wanted to tout. And that was new music or new something.
Or some political
Sure.
thing.
He was, for me, this is the ultimate crossover artist. There is nothing to compare him to. He appealed to everyone. You know, and we were talking about Merle Haggard last week. Everybody liked Merle, but dude, everybody likes Prince. This is not niche-y. This is across the board. Find me someone who says Prince sucks.
Yeah, everybody liked Merle, but everybody knew what Merle was, too.
Yeah.
Prince has always been very, very hard to classify.
That when I saw him, the 2 times I saw him, in 3, counting the Super Bowl, in concert, though, the thing that not only was it an amazing show and the guy just went from instrument to instrument and was just killing it on stage and had this commanding presence up there for such a little dude, too. The thing that struck me the most was looking around at the crowd and how it was the biggest melting pot ever. As Gordon Keith would say, it looked like a junior college brochure. Yes, where everyone was represented.
Yes.
And they were and are. And at every single show, it was the same thing every time you saw him. The biggest mixed bag of human beings ever. Age-wise, too. He defined parameters when it came to live shows.
His cross-section was just unbelievable. He cut across everything. I mean, I really haven't met too many people in my time of being familiar with him who have said to me, nah, he's just not in my bag.
He's everybody's bag. He's
Yeah,
such a
he
badass.
is everybody's bag.
When you hear that intro to When Doves Cry, and to me, he was such a great songwriter, but the hooks that he got you in early on in songs, where you were sucked in the first 15 or 20 seconds, every one of his giant hits had that same feel where you're like, wow, that is so cool. I mean, to me, like this, Mino, on my chord, in this Raspberry Beret intro, it just defines pop. It's what pop music is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it's the Prince sound. And anytime he produced somebody else's stuff, it sounded like this.
Yep.
And or any time that he had anything to do with the songwriting, or I guess he did what Nothing Compares to You. Sinead O'Connor made that a huge hit, and it just sounds like Prince. It's like, oh, that's a Prince tune.
Do you remember, Mike, when he burst on the scene, or did it take like the big, giant, public Purple Rain for this area to really adopt him?
I came to him fairly late in the game. Controversy had been out by then. I think that was the first Prince song that I ever heard, knowing what it was and who it was and everything. And I kind of didn't know what to make of it because there was just so much going on in there, so much R&B, so much rock and roll. He took elements of everything and was a master of all of it and a master of combining it and making it make sense. And there weren't a lot of guys around like that at that time.
Man, and I know in the 70s you had the R&B singers that exuded sex, but he embraced
He took it to a new level.
He was all about it. He knew that was his way, and he was not going to slow down and damn anybody who cared, and church groups and everybody else. This guy he loved it. And with this song, he really, with I Want to Be Your Lover, his first really breakout single in the late 70s, this is when people are like, who's this guy?
Yep.
And man, his voice had such range. Listen to that. Like, if you went and bought this single, because you heard it on the radio and you're like, first off, is this a guy or a girl? And then you start listening to more of his catalog and you're like, wait a minute, that's not even the way he sings. His first single doesn't sound really unless you were aware of him, sounds nothing like what would come out in the next 10 years.
He did whatever he wanted to. He could do whatever he wanted to. He could sing like that. He could sing like he did on When Doves Cry or any other kind of way. He played everything, played it all great guitar player, great at everything. Just had an incredible understanding of pop music and how to combine sex with it and make it all work.
You guys would know more than me. Where is he considered in this great musician talk that we have? Is he at the very top of... And I'm talking about guys that just...
I mean, as far as it can do it all,
yes.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, as far as a composer, a songwriter, a lyricist, instrumentalist, singer, he's at the top. I defy anybody to come up with somebody more talented and more gifted than this guy. And then you combine that with his body of work, his production skills.
The guy's 20 years old, and there was some rich guy in Minneapolis that got a hold of a tape of his that started pressuring labels like, look, listen to this. And finally, Warner Brothers bit. And Warner Brothers at this is a little kid that says, all right, if you're going to sign me, here's the deal. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to write the songs. I'm going to play every instrument. And I'm going to produce the record. And they said, okay. At that age. They agreed. Yes, they agreed to that.
That is unheard of.
They let this unknown kid from Minneapolis, of all places, do everything.
They wouldn't even let the nasty bits do that.
God.
And when 1999 came out, man, that made him beyond superstar.
Yeah, that sent him straight into the heart of the mainstream.
Was Little Red Corvette the first single off that?
I think so.
Oh, what a jam.
Again, it gets you immediately. There's no delay.
I guess I should know by the way you popped your car sideways at a wooden mat. See, you're the kind of person that believes in making out once, love 'em and leave 'em fast. I guess I must be dumb. She had a pocket full of horses, Trojan and some of 'em.
I didn't know what any of that meant either as a kid, but I didn't care.
Oh, he was a master of double entendre. He was a master of sexual tension. All of it.
And man, it all just... You knew, too. I knew at a young age. You know, I'm 12 years old when this came out, and there was such a difference between this and the other popular music of the day, like Duran Duran. Like, if you would have asked me as a 12-year-old, who's going to be better thought of in 50 years? You just... This had that vibe of never-ending power.
Yeah, there was no doubt.
Man.
And Duran Duran was pretty much on their way. Well, they were on their way to the height of their career.
Yes.
But you knew that Prince had far more staying power than they did, and that's no knock on them because, as I said yesterday, they were terrific the other night. But this,
yeah,
the internet is abuzz with rumors and speculation and people close to the situation that are coming out and saying that this is, you don't die of the flu at 57 without it being part of something else.
Like AIDSy?
Yeah. That his crazy beliefs, I don't know if he's a Scientologist, is that correct?
He was a Jehovah's Witness.
He was a Jehovah's Witness
and sometimes
for a while.
They will deny certain types of treatment.
Yes, they will.
Well, anyway, this is a website called Blind Gossip. Are you familiar with that?
Mm-mm.
Sounds like something I would like.
They posted this last week, and it's a website that they hit on a lot of stuff, they miss on some, and they posted this last week. It said, just received word that a very popular African-American celebrity who has recently been in the news now has what is being described as AIDS. Obviously, we are not able to 100% confirm the story. We're going to leave it as a blind item. We want to make it clear we're not talking about Magic Johnson. This report really hurt our heart. According to a person extremely close to the situation, the celebrity, who is known for having a very extreme sexual past, reportedly contracted the illness sometime in the 90s. He kept the illness quiet, but began taking his medication religiously up until about 2 years ago. Here's what we're told by a very trusted entertainment insider. The celebrity believed that he was cured and had some crazy religious people who told him that God cured him. So he stopped taking his medication and the sickness came back. Now doctors say he's dying and there's nothing anyone can do about it. We're told that the celebrity is expected to get sicker and sicker and eventually pass. It could happen as soon as the summer. Very sad news.
There you go. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
No,
I can't imagine him being dumb enough, though, to stop taking that he's so blinded by religion that you can't...
That's a weird one, bro.
Well, I know it's a weird one, but
weird
the fact that someone who has a disease like that you're told, if you don't do this, you will die, to be blinded by whatever God there is out there.
Like I said, that's a gossip site, but it's all over the internet that people are speculating this is HIV related.
All right, here's what the Rolling Stone lists as his list of several women he was allegedly involved with. Kim Basinger, Madonna, Sheila E., Carmen Electra, Susanna Hoffs. He was engaged to Susanna Melvoin, perhaps, the front woman for The Family and the twin sister of Revolution guitarist Wendy Melvoin. He was engaged to her, but did not marry until 1996 when he wed dancer Mady Garcia. They divorced, and he married another woman, Manuela Testolini, in 2001. He became a Jehovah's Witness that year, and that marriage ended in 2006.
All right, I tell you what, let's take a break. Let's get to Marty Turco. Let's talk about the stars, and then let's jump back into this at 5:50 because we haven't even touched on Purple Rain. Yes.
All right, all that ahead here on the ticket. We'll have community quick hits coming up here in just a little bit. Before we get to that, though, a couple of more Prince things to discuss, including this.
You know, it's right place, right time for every artist. But there was never, I think Michael Jackson benefited from MTV more than anyone, but Prince was a close second. It was just, he peaked at the perfect time. His music, his message, his everything, height was catapulted even higher by MTV. When you could turn that TV on every day and see him. And when this came out and when this movie came out, you talk about the stars aligning and throwing a guy that was already huge into the next stratosphere. That's what happened when Purple Rain came out, when the movie did, and the soundtrack.
It's what really brought him into the mainstream. The film was big. I'm not sure what kind of box office it did, but it was out there, and everybody wanted to see it. It was one of the huge films to come out in 1984. And this, of course, the soundtrack that went along with it, had numerous hits off of it, such as this that we're listening to here, the title track. He dabbled in film a good bit. In addition to that, he had Under the Cherry Moon in 1986, which he also directed. Then in 1990, he wrote the screenplay and directed Graffiti Bridge. But this was his big film hit.
Yeah, I'm trying to find box office for it. Let me see real quick.
Total domestic gross was $70 million.
I wonder how much it cost to make. 12 maybe? Something like that.
I don't know, it looked pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, what, 12?
I didn't think it looked that expensive. I think it was all filmed around his hometown.
Yeah, it was all right there. But who knows?
I don't know.
You know, back then, 30 years ago, things weren't near as expensive. I know it did quite well and made a lot of money, but it was the first rated R movie I'd ever seen. And you talk about having an impact. Not only do I think it was amazing, even though now looking back at it, you know, it's like anything else. It's probably not going to hold up the same way you thought it did back in the day, but it was musically and first set of boobs I ever saw in my life. I thought that it was pretty damn awesome. And it was one of those movies where your parents, you would go, that's what you did back in the day. You would go to a movie theater and hang out. And your parents would drop you off there, and we would always end up into Purple Rain. Always sneak back into Purple Rain. We would, I think Footloose came out about the same time, and we would say that we were going into Footloose, then we'd run across the hall into Purple Rain.
Budget was $7 million for that movie, and it made about $80 worldwide.
Not bad.
Good investment.
Yeah. Pretty good profit there. But yeah, the soundtrack was, I think that we did, if you guys remember, when this came out, when the 30-year anniversary came out for Purple Rain, we did a segment on it commemorating it. And its impact was just ridiculous because I think that they released this well before the record came out. You look at any of the rock and roll lists, and this album is top 20, and sometimes higher.
Time Magazine, 15th of all time. It's the second biggest selling movie soundtrack of all time, next to The Bodyguard, with 13 million copies.
Jeez.
It's one of the biggest records ever.
It is. And the hits on it, my God.
So many.
When Doves Cry, Let's Go Crazy, Purple Rain, I Would Die For You, Take Me With You. Up and down the list, it's one of those complete albums.
It's very Thriller-esque.
Yeah, you named 5, and there aren't a whole lot of records that have 5 big hit singles.
99% of the records that come out don't have one.
I know. And Darlin' Nikki. which didn't get a lot of play just because it was so dirty. But God, man. And, okay, so think about it this way. He won a Grammy for, I want to say, the year prior, 2 years prior, for 1999. A couple of Grammys. Then he won an Oscar for that soundtrack. The very next year, he ends up winning a couple of more Grammys. This guy was, in a time when these artists seem larger than life, he was the largest of them all. You couldn't top what Prince did in that little 5-year span. He was just on top, and there was no other way to put it.
And yet he also had time to mess around with other projects, such as The Time.
Yeah.
Morris Day and The Time. That was a Minneapolis group, and he did stay in Minneapolis the whole time. There was no Los Angeles dalliance or anything like that with him. He was Minneapolis born, raised. That was it.
The Apollonia Band, what was the little...
It was Apollonia 6.
Yeah, the Apollonia
like
Vanity 6.
Vanity
6,
yeah.
yeah.
Vanity 6.
Yes.
There was Sheila E.
Yeah.
All up and behind her.
Yep.
Probably a couple different ways.
Mm-hmm. Same with the Vanity 6 front woman, Denise Matthews.
Was that the one that was naked in Purple Rain? Was it Vanity?
No, that was Apollonia.
That was Apollonia, yeah.
It was and he had initially suggested that she take the stage name of another woman part that begins with a V.
That would have been awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Vagina!
Yeah, she was in Apollonia 6. It was her band.
Oh,
And then there was Vanity 6.
Correct.
But they changed it to Vanity because she wouldn't do that. She didn't go along with that.
So the Rolling Stone talks about how he was really the first to buck the entire music industry, to buck the label, to say, you know what, I'm fine. Now, it didn't really do much for his career, but he was fine with just whatever, with releasing music however he wanted to release it. And he was the first.
Wasn't the reason he changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol because it was a big FU to the label?
Yeah.
Yes.
The artist formerly known as Prince.
I will put this out, and no one will know where to file it. No one will buy it. No one will know what it is. And this fulfills my contract. And once he got out of it, he started doing it all on his own.
Yeah. And again, it wasn't like he made a ton of money by doing that, but it just showed that there were other ways to release music. And now you see that everywhere. There are so many different ways to release it. He was one of the first to, when you went to a concert, you got his CD. That was revolutionary.
Right.
You know, now it's kind of part of, well, you know what, if you just show up and buy a ticket, you may get one of our CDs. Back then it was just, holy cow, I just got a free Prince CD.
Yeah.
For nothing.
He would also do gigs on the spur of the moment. He would do tours sometime on the spur of the moment, calling them hit and run shows. And nobody did that back then.
No. He was, we talk about guys like Neil Young being their own guy and Jack White being their own guy and doing whatever they wanted to do. And look, you have to have a little bit of cachet. You have to have some skins on the wall before you can do this. But a lot of people would take the easy way out and keep on that money train and never letting it stop and always selling out giant venues left and right. But he didn't care.
No, he was governed by whatever he wanted to do at the time and only that.
Yes, and I think there is so much to be said for that. For saying, you know what, I'm fine with a label not promoting me, with not being on TV and not doing interviews and just doing what I want to do. Again, it's easier when you have $50 million in the bank, but at the same time, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He didn't have the ego, at least I don't think he did. He didn't have the ego to be like, I have to be on top at all times. I want to do what I want. I want to do something small. I want to do something avant-garde. I want to make people think.
Well, I think he wanted to be on top at all times, but he was so good and such a big name that he reached a point very early on to where whatever he wanted to do would be accepted and consumed by everybody.
By the way, in a time now where if you have 1 week on the Billboard chart, sans Taylor Swift, who would have 10, or Adele that had 15, it's really rare that you have a run like that now. Purple Rain spent 24 consecutive weeks on number one. August 1984 to January 18th, 1985. That is unbelievable.
And everybody loved it, and everybody had it.
They
back
did.
then. Didn't matter if you were, growing up in the small town, if you were a rocker guy or a new wave guy or a country guy, everybody had that album.
They did. This is a real bummer. I
Yes.
can't stress it enough. And, the time that we got to see him at the Super Bowl, and his Super Bowl performance in the rain in Miami is still considered one of the greatest performances
It's the best
ever.
one ever.
Yeah, I think so. But when we went to the press conference, we thought it was going to be a Prince press conference.
Right.
And you go into one of these rooms at the Super Bowl, and it's, a convention center, and typically it's one of those convention centers that holds 500 people, or a room within the convention center.
Yeah, got a number of fairly sizable conference rooms in there, and that's what this was.
Right. And you walk in there and you wait. You get there 20 minutes early and you wait for the act to come out. Well, we go there and there was instruments set up. And we're going, he's not going to
play?
Is he really going to do this? And out walks Prince and his band of the time. And he leans into the mic and he was like, he grabbed his guitar first, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, I'll go ahead and take questions. And some guy stands up and is like, yes, I'm Steve with the Associated Press. And then he just went boom and launched into some song.
And it was Another Lover Like a Hole in the Head was the first song.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
And he ends up playing for about 25 minutes.
Yeah, he played 4, 5, 6 songs.
Right in front of our face. We were from me to you, Danny.
And that was the extent of the press conference. He took no questions. As we said, he didn't do interviews. But in lieu of that, that's what he did.
So Don Misher, who produced all these shows, he produces every one of the halftime shows.
Yeah.
This is what he had to say about Prince and that day, not for the media, but the actual Super Bowl when it rained. He says he put his whole self into everything he did. We had 5 meetings before we even went to Miami and talked about what he was going to do and how he was going to do it. And what I remember the most was he wanted to create a great show. It wasn't about promoting a new project or a new single. He just wanted it to be something a gigantic audience would love. He covered a Foo Fighters song, a John Fogerty song, a Bob Dylan song. He was selfless in that sense. No promotion. He just wanted to make it a great show. We were so worried about the rain because the stage was designed as his symbol, and it had a very slippery floor on top. And when it got wet, it was almost treacherous. His 2 dancers, the twins, were wearing 8.5-inch heels, and we were terrified of the rain and if they would be able to stay on his feet. There was a little drizzle in the morning, and before we went on with the halftime show, the heavens burst open. It was really, really heavy rain, and I'm on panic mode because Prince was playing live. And that was the thing. He demanded this. He was playing actually live with 4 different electric guitars. He was switching guitars, all electric, all live, 4 times in a 12.5-minute set. Could he get an electric shock? Will these guitars work? It was cause for great concern. He took that moment and turned it into this ethereal, magical halftime show. He rose above the problems of the rain. All the guitars worked, and there were droplets of rain all over the lenses. It was magical. And 60 seconds in, you knew you were being blessed. And then it ended with Purple Rain, and we were able to turn the rain purple. Pretty awesome.
Pretty extraordinary.
Yep. Just like him.
Yep, he was one of a kind. And now, at the age of 57, Prince is gone.
And by the way, the autopsy will be tomorrow. So we'll probably know a lot more, and, the AIDS rumors are circulating and all that, and we'll be able to figure it out.
ABC just released the final timeline from a week ago. So essentially, last Thursday, played his final show at the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He then, hours after the show, they grounded his jet, went to the local hospital for dehydration, but he tweeted out saying, I feel better. Everything's fine. Did you know that on Saturday, though, he threw a giant disco dance party at his house, which he was known to do? Like, he would send out invitations, and people would show up at his house and party all night long with DJs and stuff. Wow. He was there hanging out with them all that night, tweeting photos of the night. The next day, seen riding around on a Sunday on his bicycle.
Wow.
And then Monday, he sent his final tweet. And it was from Minnesota. In the tweet, he included a promotional photo for his latest tour, which he was doing. It was just piano and a microphone. That's all he was doing, just him and a piano. And a link to an independent music store chain called Electric Fetus. And that is the last we heard from him until this morning when the sheriff's department got a call that there was a man who was unresponsive and not breathing at, what is it, Paisley Park?
Yeah.
Yeah. Found out that it was him, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. So this happened very quickly.
Damn.
But not heard of since Monday. Publicly.
Bummer.
It
big,
sucks,
big
man.
bummer.
It sucks so hard.
Truly is.